Chosen.
Red light, green light, red light, green light, you know I'm on go. I've been in the kitchen, I'm just tweaking with the stove. Used to overlook me, they didn't know that I was chose. I just said a prayer and watched that happen, that's the ghost. Red light, green light, red light, green light, you know I'm on go. I've been in the kitchen, I'm just tweaking with the stove. Used to overlook me, they didn't know that I was chose. I just said a prayer and watched that happen, that's the ghost. You ain't showing love, well in this body get exposed. I've been in this space, all in this face, it's like a nose. You know it's good soil, plant the seed and watch it grow. Do you really wanna go to heaven or get on? Make up your mind, he won't make us. I'ma go right where he take us. It took a little time, but we ride it in Vegas. I serve the Alpha Omega, I'm killing the flesh, don't it look like the Raiders? I made a vow to myself, since I go where I'm going right back for the ones that been praying for help. We're really gonna step for the kingdom. Put on that armor of God. No, we ain't scared of no demons. We with the king of all kings. Is you really looking for freedom? They lost and they stuck in their ways. You gotta be brave, the enemy catching the fade. Too many Gideons ducking and hiding, that fear got them stuck in a cage. Greater is he that is in me and he coming back, I'm just setting the stage. I feel like I'm John the Baptist. I'm making way for my king for real. No, we don't do this for practice. All glory to God. Ain't talking about jail when I'm saying free to God. Picking up this Bible got me cut like circumcised. Jesus, he the light of the world, won't hurt your eyes. Gave my life to Christ, why you looking so surprised? I know my identity, yeah, praise God, glory to the Trinity. Holy Ghost, you know that's my company. Back down, we don't back down. Nah, smack down, you can smack down. Talking false, what's that right there? In your hands, that's the cross, yeah. No, we out here winning souls, devil lost. And we out here sipping living water, it ain't boss. And you know that G.O.D. the boss, it ain't boss.
Hey, welcome. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Who we got in the chat? We got Jorge in the chat. We got Tyre in the chat. Tyre, you just sent me something. I think I just saw it come through. I gotta check that out in a second. Y'all already know the deal. Get your snacks, get your drinks, go use the bathroom. We gonna start in 3 minutes. Said welcome back and congratulations. Hey, thank you, Jorge. I appreciate you, bro. I saw you was out at draft day. That looked fire. Ooh. Get whatever y'all gotta get. Do what y'all gotta do. I'm gonna be here in 3 minutes. Said having the NFL draft in my city over the weekend was amazing. I soaked it all in. Oh, I bet you did, bro. I bet you did. Hey.
What you making in the sky, my king? Is that New Jerusalem I see? You giving sight to the blind, my king. Your children can't wait till you come down, my king. Yeah. Prophecy coming to pass. Psychological war when the chosen is in it fast. Don't ever stop short, your head might just go through the glass. Buy the truth and sell it not, it's the most valuable thing you have. Liars gon' hate you, manipulators, they gon' say you trash. Cowards gon' comment on your posts on fake pages, just laugh. You blessed when people call you evil for the sake of Yah. His love is inconceivable, they put away my crimes. He lead his sheep by the still waters, then turn the lakes to wine. So many prayers, how does mine deserve a response? That's a gift, it's no boasting in being chosen. But your emotions, you gotta rule, remaining discipline and focus. If you bow out, then it's hopeless. Don't terminate your devotion. Demons destroy peace with commotion. Sit by the ocean. Don't get peeled up when it feel rough. Get built up in the spirit. Part of me as I tilt my cup and trying to fill you up with these lyrics. Yeah. What the Most High making in that blue sky? A new heaven for you and I. Calm down. A new heaven for you and I. Calm down. New Jerusalem make me wanna cry. Yeah, and my faith ain't up for debate. Transparency is the topic of discussion when I pray. And apparently I was 8 when destiny started taking shape. Yeah, I stepped into this place with a recipe for the hate. I love my neighbor like I love myself and bless him with a plate. And like Jonathan's revelation, it was a scroll that we just ate. I'm in a solar power state and I'm melanated by grace. Who knows? Today could be the day he blows the trumpet in our face. Could be the end and then beginning like Esau and Jacob. It'll be the beginning of the end once we decide to wake up. Stop pulling these capers, chewing on razors, touching up faces like makeup. Back to the basics, throwing on Asics, dipping on Satan, running amok. My father the greatest, creator of the sun that's above. Got too many haters. You hate cause it's the shade that you love. Don't do me no favors. My faith is in the rock of ages. When I'm on these stages, I'm faceless. He get all the praises. Salute. What you making in the sky, my king? Is that New Jerusalem I see? You giving sight to the blind, my king. Your children can't wait till you come down, my king.
Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hope y'all had a blessed day today. I know I have. Day was pretty cool. I hope y'all had a blessed one as well. Hey, my baptismal classes this month. What y'all know? Ooh, I'm hype. I can't wait. We one step closer to me getting baptized, baby. Ooh. Who in the chat now? We got KL. Welcome, KL. Welcome. Jorge said the Super Bowl ring display was amazing. It's crazy seeing how big some of them are. All those diamonds and gemstones. Ooh, I know they gotta be big. Cause y'all ever see? Same with the basketball rings too. When they win the championship, y'all see how big they be? It be like this on a person's finger. And it's just on one finger. You see how big this is? This take up like 2 or 3 fingers. It'd be on one finger. It's crazy. You said that's awesome. I know. I can't wait. I'm so happy, y'all. I'm so happy. Whoa, why is every day with this now since I've been back? It wants to mess up, but I'm not about to let it mess up. We gonna test it real quick. Hey, there it is. Welcome. Y'all already know, before we hop into it, Tech Boy, welcome to the building. You know, Trunks got to play the intro like he always does. So, Trunks, go ahead and play my intro, little man. Hey, but welcome. Y'all see the title today. Valuetainment offered Tucker Carlson $100 million. That's crazy. That's a crazy offer sheet to give somebody publicly. So y'all already see the title. We definitely gonna talk about that today. I actually saw Tyree actually just sent me a video. So we're actually gonna run that first because it looks like a YouTube short. It didn't load the first time. We're gonna see if it loads this time though. Because I want it to pop up. Here we go. Why is it fuzzy? Hold on, why is this fuzzy? What's going on with YouTube? Is everything on YouTube fuzzy right now? Before I hop up in here? This fuzzy too. What's going on with my internet connection? What's happening? Oh, wait, it worked itself out. I'm about to say, hold on, you can't do this. I just started. Like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, we good. All right, y'all ready to start the show? Tech Boy said, did you see a story about someone saying the worst experience of their life? Mission, what? Tech Boy, you gotta fix this. Was Mission Restaurant Snag Hold on. What did you write? Did you see the story about someone saying the worst experience of their life? One mission. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what you're saying. Shepherdess, welcome to the stream. Hey, love your layout. Wow, gorgeous. Just popping in, say hello, and then off to pizza. Pizza sound good. I hope you have a wonderful pizza dinner or lunch or breakfast. I don't know where you at in the world, but thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I'm not fizzy. That's cool. The videos, though, were like all over the place, but it looked like it worked itself out. I don't know what was happening, but as long as it worked, that's all that matters. was when Mission Restaurant said the national anthem. That was the worst experience of their life? And also the thing saying a woman came to a man's house and got mad at him for dressing his daughter in pink. I saw that video. If y'all want, we could play that video today too, because that was on Clown World. And that upset me so much. Because I'm like, lady, first off, why are you paying this much attention to somebody else's child that's not yours? And this is what's bothering you, is that they're wearing pink. And then it blew my mind. That my kid, I would have called that woman out for being a pedo. She would have been all types of mad. She'd have been like, first off, I'm down. I'm like, nah, you paying a little too much attention to my kid. And I don't even know you. You a pedo. You just out here. All right. Let's hop into the video. Actually, I just noticed. Let me change one more thing real quick, y'all. Let me change one more thing real quick, because I'm noticing something else is messed up. I gotta go into my camera hub. I really hope this don't mess everything up right now with me being live. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? Don't mess up right now. All right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it gonna flip me? Is it gonna... No? It's not gonna do it. You know what? I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. We're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone. Let's pop in to the video Tyree just sent me. You said leave out the extermination video. YouTube and its vibes are not cool tonight. I got you, KF. I got you. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. YouTube do be tripping on me. They do not like me. I already know what it is. They demonetize my videos every single day, y'all. I don't really be making money off videos. That's why I said when y'all donate, PayPal, Super Chat, Bits, donate, whatever it is on whatever platform, I'll just use all of that for charity. That's just what it's meant for. That's just what it's meant for. But let's hop into this short real quick.
Unaffected by the judgment of others. You're right. I am enough. I'm gonna call my husband right now of 20 years and tell him I want a divorce.
This
I
is
can't
low.
Wait to tell Rhonda. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do. This is life-changing. You are perfect the way that you are. I really want to be brave. Yes. Speak against the masses. I want to do amazing things. Yeah, I want to do what's right. Right on, sister. Yes. Go for it. I want to protect women. Men are stupid. Like, I want to protect all women, especially those who are under the threat of physical violence. You're a hero. You're a warrior. Yes. Go for it. Starting with those in the womb. I know. I'm stunned at my own fearlessness too. And no, you can't do that. You can only believe in yourself and follow your heart as long as everyone else agrees with it and it doesn't offend others. Okay. Why? Because. But why? Because I said. But why? Because. Why not? Because I said so. But I wanna. You believe in yourself.
This is funny. This is funny. This is as if a Christian went to a self-help group. Y'all saw how the vibes changed real quick when she was like, I want to start with protecting babies in the womb. And they was like, ugh, no, thank you. All right, we're going to drop this. I know y'all see it, and that's fine. We're going to drop this back down. Boopity boop. You know what this reminds me of? Here. I'm going to show it to y'all. What's his name? Well, pop that down. His name is Shaney. Here it is. Shaney Rich. His videos, right? These people, their logic is insane. It don't make no sense. But look at this. Look at this.
Trump or Biden?
Neither. I mean, Trump's the worst, but I also hate Biden, so
You don't like Trump?
Obviously not.
Is there a reason why?
There's 1,000. I'm gay. I mean, he's the worst. I mean,
What does any of this have? First off, she said she got 1,000. We never get to those 1,000. Then she'd be like, you know, because I'm like gay, because he's the worst. That got to do with anything, but all right.
there's 1,000 reasons why.
What are some of the, bad things he did?
Are you kidding me right now?
What happened?
Okay, I'm done.
I was just curious. What are some of the bad things?
Hey, no, fuck that. I'm good.
It's like the brain just stopped. It was just like, huh? I have to explain things now? No, sir. This interview is over. We are done. Hold on. There's another one in here that is hilarious. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, bro, did you take it down? Makes me wonder if he had to take it down, because that chick did like straight. No. Oh, no. There's like some gay chick he talked to, and it was hilarious. That might be gone though. That might be gone. Oh no, it's still here. No, we're playing this. This is hilarious.
Trump or Biden?
Type of dumbass question.
Trump or Biden?
If you say Trump, you would bitch and your mama gonna fall down a flight of stairs. Biden.
Why? So
you racist?
Bro, that don't even make any sense. It don't even make sense. Trump and Biden are both white. It's like, yeah, you vote for him. You a racist, blah, 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 blah. All right, so why you vote for Biden? Are you racist? It's like, what?
I'm not racist. I'm just wondering why.
Right now.
I'm not down for that. Trump?
That's why the logic, the mindset, any of these people make no sense. Maddie May, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping through. I appreciate you. I feel like playing KF's video now, but he right. YouTube gonna end this really quick. Jorge said, I found out over the weekend that Luis Miguel will be touring. He will be in Vegas for Mexican Independence Day, 3 days. Ooh, you about to go? Jorge, you about to go? I already know. We saw how Luis Miguel be getting down. That man was up there jamming. We played the video. Y'all saw it. Oh, he said, Tech Boy said, my cradle Catholic friend said they found someone like me. Hey, that's good though. That's good. They could link y'all together then. Y'all could be friends with each other in real time. Is systematic racism real? So, racism and systematic racism, sure, those things happen, not to the degree that people be tripping about. You need sponsors for your business? Hey, y'all see this name right here? Where it says the Tech Boy, Tech News and Reviews? Somebody go sponsor him. Go hit him up. How is France bang? You probably meant buying the US in site views. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. You said you thinking about going? I already know. I already know you was thinking about it. All right. You always have a great time when you attend his concerts. I bet dude was jamming. Dude was super jamming out. You said for the video you sent me sometime tomorrow, cut it and make a short of it. I'll put it, you know how I play video games? We just watch stuff in between. I'm going to run it then because we'll probably be safe. Because they just going to think I'm playing video games the whole time. We'll probably be safe. Oh, you said France is beating the US in your site views. Ah, okay, I got you. Hey, France be rocking with you. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. All right, let's hit this video. This is from Benny Johnson. It's talking about how Tucker Carlson was offered $100 million by VALUETAINMENT. If you guys don't know, VALUETAINMENT is owned by Patrick Bet David. Whoa, hey. I didn't press play on you yet. Chill out. They sent him an offer sheet live on Twitter. They tagged him and everything. They said, we'll give you $100 million over 5 years, and you get to be president. You get to do this, that, this, brrr. And I'm be real with you. They said he makes $100-some million a month at Fox. If that's true, that's wild. Because that sounds super overinflated. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You'll take $1 million. Tech Boy, I'm with you. Look at me. If the terms are cool, I would take $1 million. If I felt cool with what I was doing and what they wanted me to do, I'd take the $1 million.
What are you doing? We are here to do a job, not channel Scrooge McDuck.
I hear you.
Ah, screw it.
Mexico. All I'm saying.
The Benny Show.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. It's good to be the king, and Tucker
It's your boy, Benny. And I'm your girl, Sam.
Carlson is the king of cable, whether he has a show or not, and he is commanding kingly sums. Tucker Carlson has officially received a $100 million offer From who, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you may be surprised. From Patrick Bet-David from the Valuetainment Media Group and the Pretty Big Deal podcast. The Valuetainment Media Group has offered Tucker Carlson $100 million.
Now, do y'all see this right here? Look at this offer. $100 million over 5 years, an equity stake in Valuetainment, president of Valuetainment, and a board seat to project your strategic vision and voice, your own podcast and or podcasts and other daily/weekly shows, documentaries and movies covering topics you care about. What else? We are all ears. Bruh, even if this was like to get Tucker to sit down and negotiate for a higher rate, this is a sweet deal. All right? Just this part right here sounds awesome. Now, I believe Tucker is worth more than $100 million over 5 years, but this, this ain't a bad starting point to negotiate some things. And then look at this down here. We are 100% serious about our offer. They want him. They want him bad. And I don't blame them. That would be a perfect person to have on your team. Sounds like they are wanting a king. That's exactly what it sounds like. You said, or this is the ultimate troll. Nah, I've read Patrick's book before, and I've been like watching him way before. He's definitely not trolling. He's not trolling right now. I'm not sure it's safe to swim in money like Scrooge McDuck. Hey, I tried when I was a kid. I remember I had this big change jar, and I dumped it all out on my bed because I wanted to swim in the coins like Scrooge McDuck. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. Like just jumping in it and it coming up and hitting you in the face, it hurt. Life's not a cartoon. I learned that day.
Over 5 years, equity in Valuetainment, president of Valuetainment and the board, a board seat, and his own podcast, daily, weekly shows, documentaries, and movies, and so on. What we know of so far, who is Patrick Bet-David? Patrick Bet-David, an entrepreneur since 10 years old, author of Your Next 5 Moves, born in Iran, made in the USA, and half Assyrian. The PBD podcast and Valuetainment. I've actually been invited on this podcast. I'll be going on it, I think next month. So I look forward to that. They operate.
You said, what's their shares trading at? They might be a private company. I don't think they're public. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's just double check. Valuetainment Media. Let's pop this here and let's just see. Oh yeah, stock shares. Nope. Yeah, they're probably a private company because there's no way. This ain't about to tell us nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like a privately owned company though. What's your mission? Oh, this was the mission page. The mission page is the About Us page. Looking for investors for your company? Ooh, they have an investment group. Oh, would you look at this? Yeah. This is definitely a private company. Yeah, if they're an investment group and they put money into people, yeah, they're definitely a private firm at this point. I never knew this portion of their business. So if I could pump up my whole brand to actually be something, I should probably reach out to them and be like, how do we work together, or how do I get you to invest in me making this better? That would actually be pretty awesome because I would not mind partnering with them. I rock with Patrick Bet-David. Interesting. Interesting. You said coins are golden hard. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. If they are private, this could play out to be epic-like. Yes, sir. Yes, it can. He's probably just about to go into like his views and thoughts. I just wanted to show you guys the offer sheet real quick. Could have did it on Twitter, but chose not to. Speaking of media companies, do you guys know Vice is going bankrupt? I think I have a video on here that explains it. Vice is going bankrupt, and then BuzzFeed News actually ended, I think like a week or two ago, which is hilarious. Yeah, here it is.
And it's not just the banks in the US that...
Vice Media Group on the brink of bankruptcy. Yeah, it's over for Vice. Which is kind of crazy because Vice was actually like really good at one point. But then again, I don't know, my worldview was also vastly different at that point. So maybe it's just because I thought weed shows were cool at the time. I don't know.
That are in trouble. A New York Times report shows that the American media group Vice is headed towards bankruptcy as well. And that news has sent shockwaves across the country. The media firm, which runs popular sites like Vice News and Motherboard, is likely to go for a sale to avoid bankruptcy. While there is no clarity as to who are in the race to buy the troubled media company, reports suggest that at least 5 companies have shown their interest till now. However, if the company opts for bankruptcy, then Fortress Investment Group may take over the assets. Fortress Investment Group holds significant debt in Vice Media. Vice Media is currently in a restructuring phase. Many have lost their jobs while...
Tyree, I know the accent, but why you do that? Yo. Why you do that? Whoa, I didn't mean to click on that. It would be nice to see CNN go bankrupt. A lot of these media companies are going under. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if they were next. ABC and all of them, you know? Bud Light pre-orders for events and functions canceled, bigger loss than originally posted. Yup. I saw that too. I saw nobody's touching Bud Light anymore. They did it to themselves. Like that's going to be an ongoing thing.
Several high-profile executives have exited the financially struggling media group. It also announced the cancellation of its popular TV program called Vice News Tonight. Just days ago, BuzzFeed said it would shut down its news division. BuzzFeed was popular for its irreverent and probing coverage. But ultimately, the media firm succumbed to the challenges of its digital-first business model.
This is it. It's like dead air for the next couple of seconds because I actually watched this. But yeah, Vice is done. BuzzFeed's done. Valuetainment got the bag. They trying to offer Tucker Carlson the bag. You said CNN promoting Trump town hall. That would be the day. They would lie about that whole thing. I already know they would. Let's see. Let me look up because I feel like there's some other media companies that's probably going under right now. Here it is. It says tech companies are not alone in the mass layoff trend. So media companies. Oh, CNN is on here. It says BuzzFeed, who their BuzzFeed News is done. CNN, Vox, and the Washington Post have joined the pattern as of late December 2022 and early 23. They have each laid off 12, 8, and 7% of their workforces, respectively, and the Post laid off 20 workers. Yikes. Yeah. So it says Vice Media is cutting more than 100 employees and it's canceling its Vice News Tonight program. It's over. Like, nobody's going to these places to get their news anymore. Honestly, I feel like Twitter has been the best place to get any form of news, and then they have the community notes on there now. So somebody could post anything they want, and then you can have the community notes right under it. It's going to tell you if it's legit or not. So yeah, when you can get your news like this now instead of having to wait to watch anything, I don't see the point in a lot of these media companies being around, especially BuzzFeed. Because I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but a lot of BuzzFeed stuff is like, what's your favorite Starbucks order? Use your Starbucks order to see what Simpsons character you would be. And it's like, huh? What? Or like, You know how like McDonald's comes out with this little celebrity bags, like get the Cardi B meal or whatever. You had people like reviewing that, which was weird. So, all right, I don't know. You said Bud Light was being sold at the draft. There was no Budweiser. They already had that deal in place, so the NFL wasn't going to stop it just because of Dylan. But a lot of other venues, concerts, musicians, a lot of people canceled that contract. They canceled their contract with them. They're just like, we're not dealing with this right now. Like, especially with all your backlash, it's not happening. $13? What? And I bet you they gave y'all the littlest cup of beer too. Oh, no. I don't like that. You see, I looked at that like I bought it or something. Like, no, thank you. That's horrible. You prefer Budweiser over Bud Light? It's the same company though. So if you're, well, I don't know if you boycott the company, but yeah, if you're gonna boycott it, you gotta boycott everybody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta boycott all of them. You can't do it. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to pull up the one video with the chick where it's like, your daughter's in pink and that's a problem. Oh, what is this? Hold on, we about to do a Clown World post. Kind of like how I used to do my videos reacting to them. No, we have to. I just saw the craziest thing and now you all have to see it as well. You said it was the 16-ounce bottle, so it was a full body beer. Look, it's $13 though. Like, that's so much money. I don't, disgusting. Ugh. Speaking of disgusting, I pulled you guys into the worst thing. This says, my OnlyFans is a family business. I'm proud that my mom and brother help out. Disgusting. What is this? Ew. Why is your mama and your brother helping with that? You know what? This is what we're missing in America. Shame. There's no shame anymore. And this is how you end up with stories like this. Because what are they talking about? Oh, you're saying you prefer a full body beer. Oh, I got you. I got you, Jorge. Tyrant, look. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's disgusting. There's another one. What? What is this? Methodist Church's first drag queen pastor. And then they said, God, huh? Yo, this is sad. This is completely sad. Who's the church? Because usually they tell you. They don't tell you in this one. Yo, we got to pray for them. First off, this is when they be talking about the synagogue of Satan, this is what this is right here. This is completely sad. No, thank you. No, thank you. Dang, how far down do I got to go to see this? Like, dang. Oh, wait. Every time I see this picture, I got to show y'all. This is just so funny. Oh, this is so funny. They got Ronald McDonald's great aunt. Yo. Tyree was like, let me unload the clip tonight. Oh, man, that's funny. What is this? This is at the Texas State Capitol earlier. Huh? Let trans kids grow up. First off, they only know to be that way because you push them to be that way. That's not really a thing. Okay? Also with that incest story, Leviticus 18. Oh, yeah. This is why you need God in your life. It's everything we was talking about yesterday. This is why you need God in your life. It don't make no sense. Ah, you see they got the clown makeup on her. She's definitely a clown. Ah, here it is. This is the video. Listen to this. This lady sounds crazy.
Hey, so you've come to my house to complain about my baby wearing pink.
I was just asking, really, why you keep putting her in pink and not other colours.
Well, traditionally, girls often wear pink.
Well, I think you'll find that was back in the day. I don't think it's today. I think you can wear any colour you want now.
Well, no, you can. She has other like clothes as well, but her favourite colour is pink.
Well, I've only ever seen her in pink, and I think that's not allowing her to have freedom of what
do you mean
gender
freedom?
she wants to be.
Freedom?
Well, she should be
She's a baby.
She's not a baby.
She's a baby. She's 2.
She looks a lot older than that to me. But anyway...
Well, hold a minute here. What's any of your concern?
That's the main question. What is this any of your concern? That should have been the first thing out of his mouth. I'm not about to go back and forth with a stranger about my kid wearing pink, and then you're going to tell me I only ever noticed her wearing pink. I would have been like, why are you noticing my child and I don't even know you? Then I would have been like real loud, she a pedo! She a pedo! Call 911! Yeah. She'd have been like, stop it! Stop it! I'm not a pedo! I'm not a pedo! You need to stop it! I'd have been yelling super loud. Look at KO, he was like, her slap. Hey, yo, I wonder what kind of surgery you need to be an attack helicopter. I already know it's going to be dumb expensive. Way more than to... Let me stop. I was about to say something wild. This is a British chick, the same kind that says Christians can't pray in public. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy how over there you pray in public, next thing you know, you going to jail. I don't know what's going on in Britain. They need to get it together.
Well, it's my concern because I believe that the world has got better since we've got all this fluidity with genders and all the different types of genders now.
Okay.
And I think by dressing someone in pink, if she doesn't want to be a girl when she's older, she wants to be a transgender.
This is also an issue I have with these people. All right. Here's the thing. They always be like, I had somebody tell me, they were like, I hope your child disowns you when they're older because of how you think right now. It was some video where I was reacting to Trump talk about something. I don't even remember. But it was just so weird to put that out there. And it's just like, well, first of all, I don't even have kids. They don't know that. But that was a weird thing to put out there. And they were like, you're not going to treat your kid right when they come out to be transgender. And it's like, why do you assume my kid is about to be transgender? Why do you assume when my kid grows up, they're going to be anything but a normal functioning human being? Because all of this right here, what if they want to grow up to be a transsexual or a transgender or this or that? That's a whole mental thing going on. That's pushed on by indoctrination from the schools, social media, society. If I'm homeschooling my kid not going to have to worry about none of that. My kid's actually going to be fine. This lady, it's weird that she's pushing this on this dude's 2-year-old. You got her in pink, but what if she wants to grow up and be all these other things? It's like, what are you talking about, lady?
Or whatever. Then she'll have been dressed in pink and you would have confused her. So I think it's nicer to dress people in all different colours.
You will have confused her, a 2-year-old girl, for dressing in pink. This lady tripping.
I mean, she'd look beautiful in yellow, wouldn't she? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, she's wearing yellow now. Hey, baby.
She is. I hadn't seen she was sorry. But she's got pink trousers on with rainbows on. Now, I do like the rainbow. I definitely like the rainbows on her trousers. Now, that's good.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Firstly, yeah, you're wearing pink glasses, okay?
I think you'll find these are mauve. Are you colourblind?
Mauve.
Or something? These are mauve. These
Mauve.
Are not...
Mauve.
What colour are these, young lady? Yeah, she says pink. But they're not pink. They are mauve. Mauve. Mauve glasses.
You know, when you get corrected by a 2-year-old, these are mauve. Mauve, what color are these, young lady? Pink. Well, they're not pink. They're mauve. It's like this little 2-year-old just told you your pink glasses are pink, lady. Look, Tyree has it right. This woman is too into this. Exactly. What is mauve? Pink. Pink, apparently.
Okay, so...
And, actually, they're blue inside. So, a little bit of pink, mauve and blue. I've got all the colours, you see.
All of this. Wouldn't she look better in yellow? Yeah, she's wearing yellow right now. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to her. Crazy, because you was paying attention any other time. You crazy lady. This is why you just got to show them the strap real quick and be like, get off my property. I also would have been yelling out real loud that she was a pedo so she could really get off my property.
Sorry. Much healthier for the brain, the mindset.
Sorry. So, I'm just a little bit baffled to like why you're actually here.
I'm just asking why you keep dressing going in pink. I think you should give her more choices of colour.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But however I want to dress her, okay, yeah? The way how I parent her is nothing to do with you.
Well, it is to do with me because I feel for people these
What?
days. And I think they should have more choice.
He literally said, how I parent my child has nothing to do with you. And she was like, oh, yeah, this does have to do with me. She sound like Biden. Remember his speech? Your kids are ours. Y'all didn't, when y'all saw that, did y'all not think that was weird? Because I thought that was crazy. That's how it begins. That's how it begins. The government is telling you to your face, your children belong to us. Next thing you know, that's why all these weird little laws passing. Oh, you won't let your kid, you won't affirm their identity? That's cool, they're ours now. We'll destroy them and put you in jail. Oh, Tyree got the definitions. Mauve is a pale purple color named after the mallow flower. The first use of the word mauve as a color was in 1796 to 98. Okay. Look at KO. Sorry. Nope. Not sorry. Had my limit on stupid humans. I feel you. I feel you. It looks pink on your skin. Yeah, it do look pink though. But either way, it's... That lady was tripping. She's a communist. She's a commie.
Of what colours they want to
Don't
wear.
realize it.
She's 2.
Well, don't think it matters.
I don't need to teach her about all this. She what is right? No, as in like what is traditional is she's a girl.
She is a girl. I am a boy. Yes, sir. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. But the main thing that matters is like, lady, this is not your kid. Like, this is not your child. Maybe stop. Maybe chill out. Pink red color discovered Platinos. Hey, I'm with you, KO. Like, she would, I'm telling you, she would have got off my doorstep that day. I promise you. Won't you yell out really loud like, she a pedo? She a pedo. She's preying on my young daughter. I bet she wouldn't have came to that house no more. I bet she would have never came back to the house after that. All right, let's look at this. KO actually sent this. So this is from the Black conservative perspective. It says, liberals go nuclear on desperate CNN hosting Trump presidential town. Oh, this is what you were talking about. This is what you was talking about. I got you, bro.
CNN, former President Donald Trump will participate in a CNN presidential town hall next week. The former president will take questions from New Hampshire Republicans and undeclared voters who do plan to vote in the 2024 GOP presidential primary. CNN This Morning anchor Caitlin Collins will moderate the May 10th town hall at St. Anselm College at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay with CNN News Central.
It has just been confirmed that CNN is hosting Donald John Trump for a town hall next week. Let me rephrase that. CNN, the most trusted name in news, is hosting a deadly insurrectionist who tried to end our democracy by inciting a violent coup for a town hall where they will provide him free airtime and whitewash his crimes ahead of the 2024 election. CNN, shame on you.
Oh, 60 seconds in ya. So some Republicans and some Democrats.
Pause. What? They're going to attempt to whitewash his crimes. It's like, yo, they tripping.
Would say hell has frozen over and that this would never happen. Not in a million years.
Oh, man.
Not with DJT number 45, but yes, it's true. CNN says Trump to appear in New Hampshire town hall with CNN. Oh, I know y'all are gonna fucking go nuts about this shit. And another one. Trump today sit down with CNN, implicit dig at Fox.
All right, guys. So some interesting news came out yesterday from CNN that they are hosting former President Trump for a town hall. And of course, the liberals had an absolute meltdown over this because they don't like the idea of CNN, which, again, they're admitting is supposed to be a liberal platform, okay, hosting somebody that they disagree with politically.
I know what you meant.
The transformation of CNN into a journalistic whorehouse is now complete. Network President Chris Licht not only hands Trump a free hour of live propaganda dressed up as a town hall, but the only questions will come from voters in the New Hampshire Republican primary. The worse yet, Chris Licht bribed Trump because Trump agreed to let CNN fillet him. CNN will reportedly put on more Trump campaign surrogates in the months to come. And it's not just CNN. Last month, Trump abused and threatened an NBC reporter, had him removed, and then threw the NBC reporter's phones. Why didn't we know about this until yesterday? Because NBC didn't report it. Because Trump is also negotiating letting himself be covered by NBC. CNN and NBC whore themselves out and sell journalism to Trump. Hear all that and more on the Tuesday Countdown podcast, available now wherever you podcast.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now,
where are they going to get their news from now? I thought it was, like he said, the most trusted source for news. That's crazy that it's not the most trusted anymore because they're hosting Trump. Oh, that's so wild. Boo-hoo. Cry me a river. Nightmare fuel? I agree with you. These people are crazy. TDS watch. CNN gives you the apocalypse here tonight at 10.
I want to talk more about the leftist meltdowns here before I kind of get into it, because it's not just the left that's melting down. You also have people on the right that have issues with this. And this is a conversation I could not wait to talk about when I first heard the news, because there's some really silly people on both sides of this issue, right? Because I really don't understand the outrage here on both sides of the political aisle. Okay,
this is funny.
We have Sunny Holston, who's crying misogyny and racism, bigotry, because CNN is hosting a town hall.
Oh, man.
Right? She says Donald Trump will host a live town hall on CNN. CNN should be ashamed that they're giving a platform to a criminally indicted, twice impeached, one-term president currently being sued for sexual assault, not to mention the misogyny and racism. Right? So again, she doesn't know how to analyze anything outside of using some form of bigotry. Okay, Midas Touch, which is a leftist propaganda outlet, says a reminder that CNN is now heavily influenced by key Warner Bros. Discovery board member and Trump supporter John Malone. Malone is the chairman of Liberty Media, Discovery's largest shareholder. He donated $250,000 to Trump's inauguration and gushed over Fox News style journalism, saying the U.S. needs Fox News or something like it because otherwise everything's leftist. He uses the use of the term leftist here really says it all. Yeah, so again, I feel like this has to be some form of bigotry, because I was told that we're not supposed to criticize billionaire donors or supporters of political parties, right? Because anytime we criticize George Soros or point out facts about George Soros bankrolling the Democrat Party and woke DAs, that's a form of bigotry and hate towards Jewish people, right? That's what I was told. Scott Dorquin says,
this is crazy. All these people having meltdowns. It's just wild. Tech Boy says, I don't know how to feel about Trump. When I was little, it just felt weird, so I told a sibling not to say his name. I don't know why. That's weird. Taking that out, though, you don't know how to feel about Trump. Maybe you just don't think he's a good person, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I've been looking at, his name is Vivek. I'm about to butcher his last name. It's going to be like Rasamoe, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it. Did they spell it wrong? Vivek? Here it is. Vivek Ramaswamy. That's his name. I've actually been cool with this guy right here. I think he's going to be a good person so far, right? I think he's going to be a good person to vote for. And he's from Ohio. So, you know, and his age, he's young, because I'm tired of super old guys going into the White House, because it's like, y'all can't function right, okay? Like, it's just stop it. Just stop it. What What is this? It says debate me. He put this up like an hour ago. This is the guy that gave Don Lemon his meltdown, and then the next day Don Lemon got fired, which was hilarious. Let's run this real quick. You like Vivek? Yeah, I like him too. I think he's actually pretty cool. Tech Boy says, I just can't support a non-Christian. He holds a lot of the same like morals and values we do though. But that's like, I guess that's conservatives anyways. Most conservatives hold the same morals and values as Christians. It's just weird that they're not Christian. They might as well just get off that fence and just become Christian at that point. This was like, no, wait, thought it was a joke at first. Profit for chaos about to get.
I give Vivek a lot of credit because he'll go on everything. He went on every channel at any moment. You want him on, he's going to show up. He'll take on the most difficult subjects.
Vivek Ramaswamy is a breath of fresh air, and he's making big waves.
Vivek Ramaswamy gives answers. That's what the average American wants.
It is a campaign of courage. Courage can be contagious.
Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
From my 90s, turn me to a super.
Oh, this is just a little compilation. Ben S., welcome to the stream. He said, being a conservative and a Christian is a contradiction in terms. How so, Ben? How so? I just want to hear your thoughts on it. That's all. I know it's going to take you a minute to type, so I'm going to actually go back to this video. Because I think we have, like, there's a lot of stuff we do have in common, though. Man, also, let me look up, see if I missed anything. Jorge said, rest my little lips, rest your heads, and I'll dry your tears. Jorge just cracking jokes. Oh, that's funny.
Breaking, CNN is doing a town hall with indicted Donald Trump on May 10th because they've learned absolutely nothing. No one should watch this trash. This is absolutely ludicrous. There is no reason to give the biggest pathological liar in politics a platform to spread his bullshit. Trump doesn't belong on television. He belongs in prison. Okay, so now we got some reactions from the right, which truly really blow my mind here. We have this guy, Pedro L. Gonzalez. He says, Trump spent years whining about fake news and the enemy of the people, but he never believed it. Trump always craved approval from the liberal media. His team runs to them with scoops and exclusive. That's why CNN and others are practically rooting for him. They need each other. Incredible. And this guy Cernovich says Trump is doing what he loves most, giving CNN ratings. Yeah, so my response to this is exactly my opinion on this. And I want to talk about this because I really think some people are being extremely silly when it comes to the relationship between Republicans, conservatives, and the mainstream liberal media. My response was, how can you win a presidency when you refuse to talk to people who disagree with you? This is a great move for Trump, and I have respect for him going into enemy territory.
Jorge said, as a Catholic, it just makes more sense to me to be conservative. Yeah, it does. So if you were to be religious, so Catholic, Christian, I can't speak on Judaism and Islam, but usually they tend to be more conservative as well. Now, with that being said, within all these sectors, you do have your people that are more progressive. That's how we have the progressive churches. But that's what doesn't make sense to me, because like a lot of those values don't align with like your religious values. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff, they want to live in the world more so than like follow the book, but they try to combine the two together, which is really weird. That's why you got all these weird progressive churches that don't make no sense. Whereas like conservatives really are like more in line. Like if you were already religious, like a lot of that stuff falls in line with each other. So one thing that doesn't make sense to me is like a libertarian, you know, because a libertarian, I believe, is kind of like, I think, if I'm thinking of the right term, I think it's libertarian, where they think they're more so like, I don't care what you do as long as I can do me. Like, leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, stuff like that. But you can't really follow that either if you're like Christian and Catholic and stuff, because it's like, if you over here having abortions, I can't be like, hey, do you, I'm just, as long as you don't bother me, I'm not gonna bother you while you over here killing babies. It's just kind of like, no, one of us gotta stand up for the baby, and it's ain't not gonna be you, it gotta be me. That doesn't really fall in line either, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have to be conservative on the matter. Yeah, like, you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one and hate the other. Facts. That's, and there's we don't already read the verses. We talked about that before. You know, it is what it is. Humans of many cultures contributed to get us this far in life. So yeah, I know it could be done. How it was done has become fairy tales. Oh, I think you just mean like stories in general.
Now, in my opinion,
I forgot what he said before.
I think this is a great move for Trump. I think it's a great move for CNN, who obviously needs ratings, right? Yes, CNN is doing it for ratings, but they are a news outlet. Now, people say they're fake news, right? People say they're propaganda. I believe that, but they're still a media outlet, okay, that has an audience, a small dwindling audience, but an audience nonetheless. Trump is a presidential candidate who is running in the GOP primary. He's a front runner, right? I think it's a safe bet to say that he's probably going to win, okay, unless some type of, you know, disaster happens for his campaign, which could be possible, right? It could be possible that he could lose. But
Bruh,
to say that the man shouldn't go into enemy territory to debate or to have a conversation with voters, it's extremely silly. It's one of the silliest things I've seen from people on the right, okay? People that think that Republicans or conservatives shouldn't go on mainstream liberal media, honestly, I don't understand it. I really don't get it. They would be terrible political strategists, because you don't gain anything from going on Fox News and Newsmax and OAN and being on friendly platforms where the people that watch you are already people that agree with you.
Facts.
Right? If you're running for elected office, you should be able to defend your ideas and policies on platforms that are not friendly towards you. And it doesn't even sound like this CNN town hall is going to be necessarily unfriendly to Trump, because he's taking questions from Republican primary voters and undecided voters. It's not even like he's taking questions from just straight up Democrats. He might, I'm not sure, but I'm just saying, I don't see the problem with this. I actually like it. You actually should have Republicans that are trying to go on these other platforms. I mean, CNN won't host any real Trump Republicans in regards to having opinion hosts. In regards to guests, they rarely do that. So when they decide to actually host Trump, hey, what am I supposed to be mad about? Because one of the things that we tend to complain about the most is that our views aren't being represented in the mainstream liberal media, that everything is one-sided towards the left and the leftist narrative. So when the mainstream liberal media actually platforms not just a Trump supporter, but Trump himself, people want to boohoo, whine, and complain about it and talk about where Trump is giving CNN ratings. Like, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn if Trump gives CNN ratings for one night? Who cares? I love the fact that Trump is willing to go on CNN. And I love when Republicans are willing to go on liberal media platforms and to accurately represent the conservative position and to push back against the mainstream liberal media narrative. I love that. Why would you? That's what we want, right? I thought that's what we wanted. We want our...
Yeah, I like it too. I don't see what the issue is. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, honestly, if you're running and you just keep only talking to the same people, and I think I said that at the end of that video when I went down to Steubenville and I was talking about what happened to my brother. It's the same thing. It's like, we not only supposed to preach to other Christians already know it. You're supposed to preach to people that don't know it, so you can open their eyes and plant the seeds, and they can, boom, come on over. It's the same thing with this. That's all this is. It's like, oh, you know, let me pop up over here on a liberal channel to see whose eyes I can open. That's what happened with one guy. He works with PragerU now. His name is Xavier. What's the last name? What's the last name? Oh, and of course there's like a bazillion Xaviers. Oh, here it is. Xavier Duraso. Duraso? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But this guy right here, he literally stated he used to be a liberal, and Candace Owens is the one that opened his eyes because he got brought on to be on some, it was going to be like a TV show, right? And he was studying because he was like, I need to know the other side's position so I could know how to go against them on this TV show. And he ended up watching like Candace Owens content and reading her book, and he was like, wow, I got to get out of here. Here it is. He pinned it. This is perfect. He said, in 2020, I was casted for a popular reality show as a woke Black Lives Matter activist. To prepare, I tried debunking PragerU and Candace Owens videos to study all the counter arguments. I accidentally shattered my own indoctrination and woke up from the left's lies. Now I am truly free. This dude works with PragerU now. Like, he literally went from being a Black Lives Matter activist to now he rocks with PragerU. And he says it all the time. He shows them love and everything all the time. He was like, thanks to y'all, I got off the plantation farm. I just don't like people on the right realize if more of us went to those platforms and talked and did things, you're gonna open up more eyes. It's just common sense. Can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. It just that's the definition of crazy. You're just going in a big circle. Yeah, just because Trump is going to be on CNN doesn't mean that CNN isn't going to try and paint their own narrative. Of course they are. You know they're going to try. They're going to try super hard. But that shouldn't, what is this, tirade? But that shouldn't stop people from going over there. Y'all, look at this.
You are all my children now.
Oh, that's scary. Why you send me that? That's so... All right. Fear holds most back. Overcoming fear isn't as easy for some. That's true. That's true, and some people are going to live in it their whole lives, which is sad. It's super sad. But all right, here's another good video. This is actually from the Whatever podcast. You know what? Let me see if I have the clip first before I actually play the video from somebody else, because I have a lot of bookmarks. But I'm pretty sure I might actually have this clip, unless I'm thinking of the other clip from the Whatever podcast. But it's when the big chick was on there. Which really, I'm not gonna lie, that threw me off when that big chick was on there. Because I kept seeing the pictures, and like she was in the picture, and everybody kept saying, oh, Gorlax the Destroyer. And I was like, oh, why they Photoshop that person in there? And it turned out the big girl was real. And I was like, ooh, I didn't know that. Yikes. I didn't save this? It's crazy. All right. It should be, because I am following them. You said Tyre enjoys watching you cringe, thinking it might be scary. That's a thing. Y'all do be playing me sometimes. All right, you know what? We're just going to go to the podcast page, just like we did with Clown World. Let's see. She says body count matters first. That's crazy. Usually women don't say that. Many women never deal with romantic rejection. Huh? What's romantic rejection? What is that? What are you talking about?
Every guy I've ever found attractive that I've tried to pursue, I've never been rejected. So maybe it's my personality that gets them. I don't know if that's what it is, but I feel like, you know.
Wait, hold on. You've never been rejected.
From a guy? No. I haven't. I'm serious.
No, yeah.
No.
I've never been rejected.
I mean, they weren't always the greatest guys I was, you know.
Ah, there we go. They weren't always the greatest guys. There you go.
I really want to go into this one because this to me fucking blows my mind as a man.
Every guy.
Yeah, nah, bro. She just said they weren't the greatest guys. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure just some average dudes that saw her and was like, I'm not rejecting that. And then probably slept with her or something. Because a lot of these women on here, you know, feminism, you know, you gotta... It's just crazy. All right. I'm trying to find the clip. Oh, here's another one. This sounds crazy. Feminism / equality until the check comes. Let's see what this is. People are Englishing worse than that. Oh, that's funny. Kiko is something else. Kiko's crazy, bro. I don't even know why she keeps coming back. After the first time, it's like, why you come back that second time? Why you come back? Dudes paying her bar tabs, just saying, that's all that is. Because her version of rejection, because you saw what she said. Oh, it wasn't the best guys. Okay, there you go. You love it when Chase is on? Chase is wonderful. I follow him on Twitter, too. He's great.
Who do you think should pay on the first date?
I think it should be men. I would say men for the first date.
A lot of you said you were feminists, right? You believe in equality. But it's interesting when it comes to paying for the first date, you want the guy to pay. How do you reconcile being in favor of equality but also holding men to their traditional gender roles?
Crickets.
Who do you think?
That's wild. That's wild. You know what I was taught from my mom? My mom always taught me to have my own money because things could go left so fast. It don't matter how many dates you've been on, how far you've been in. She was like, always have your own money. Always keep like some keys on you. Don't let the dude come to your house on the first day just for safety reasons and all that. Drive there or however you get in there. Go separately and meet this person, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That way when you sit down, me personally, it's a first date. So a first date to me is like we about to go to a coffee shop or walk around a park or something while drinking a drink. Something low key where we can just talk and get to know each other. I'm cool if we just pay for our own stuff and just talk and get to chop it up and do it that way. Now, if he wants to, like if he was raised where it's like, no, I'm the man, I gotta do blah, blah, blah. Ain't nobody stopping you. But for a first date, I'm cool with just getting to know each other and we pay for our own things and I'll meet you there. It's like, that's, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Michael Knowles is gonna go back. Hey, that's what's up. Why I will never date again explained real fast. Yikes. Yikes, that's crazy. Hey everyone, Jasmine, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What does it say? This says, simps are ruining dating for average normal men. Oof. Let's see what they gotta say.
Someone asked us for feet pics. They asked us for our like Cash App. Ended up sending us like $50. Literally just to show our feet on camera for like a second. And then we kind of just like kept it going. We ended up making $400 in $400 in 2 days.
400. These guys are like fucking shit up for regular dudes. They're just like
it's so true.
Fucking scuffing it.
It's so true.
That's where they get this money.
Oh my god.
$400 for a foot pic. Google is free if you really want to see feet that bad. Like, yeah, I'm with the podcast host. A lot of simps be ruining it for like everybody. Yikes, yikes, that's crazy. Hope y'all had a good day. Hey, we hope you had a blessed, wonderful day too, Jasmine. Hope you had a good one too. Our feet picks prawn. It's not wrong. Tech boy, are you about to tell us something? are you about to inadvertently tell us something right now? To look at them, right? Tell you what, a lot of things can be prawn. Like it depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends why you looking at the, like, you looking at a shoe ad, some chick just got sandals on, and you be like, oh, them sandals look fire. Hey, you know, that's nothing wrong with that, because you're not really looking at the feet, you're looking at the sandals. However, if you're looking at that same ad, and you're just like, wow, those toes are amazing, and then you take that ad to the bathroom, and you get some lotion and some rags. That's a whole different story. You know, that's kind of like when we were watching this. It's kind of like we were watching the video yesterday. Matt Fradd and Dennis Prager talking about pornography. Dang, them corns. Onions with your bunions. Oh, yo. Yo, y'all are wild. Oh, what is this? Men are not allowed to have standards. Y'all saw how that chick was dressed up like an anime character?
I think the ultimate thing...
Why is she dressed like this? Why is she dressed like this? She just came back from a convention. This don't even make no sense.
Psychoanalysis that might be preventing someone like you from attaining your dream girl is you have this block where you think so much about body count, so much about her being a high-value woman.
So you're saying I'm going in with what? Too much expectations?
I don't even think it's expectations. I think it's judgment. A little like too much judgment instead of taking into account all these other things. You're focused on these like minuscule things, and you're
minuscule.
I mean,
Body
you're just
count?
you're not
A
taking.
woman's
You're just saying
promiscuity?
body count. That's like so physical. Like, you're not.
You're focused too
concerned
much on the past too. You're not really focused as
the
much.
present.
Here's what's so funny to me. I think women are.
They say body count is minuscule. Body count. That's, you definitely want to know somebody's body count, okay? Man or woman, you want to know it.
Unaccustomed to hearing men communicate and articulate their preferences, standards, and boundaries. Women are the queens of going for exactly what they want. You guys have laundry lists of criteria that a guy needs to meet.
I think the ultimate thing...
That's facts. I don't know why women be tripping off of that. Why does Matt Walsh hate so much stuff? I guess he hates kids playing video games as well. Can conservatives have any fun? Adults playing with toys, adults. He brags about how restricted his kids are. He doesn't brag about how restricted his kids are. They just have boundaries in his household. So like they don't have screen time and stuff. That's all that is. They don't have a lot of screen time. That's what I meant to say. They still do those things. They just don't live on them, which is actually healthier. So that's how it is. That's how my brother is with his kid. Like when his son is at his house, like there's no screens for like anything. But it's so funny because then when the kid goes to his mom's house, like he's raised by screens nonstop. There's a vast difference. And you could tell when he's at my brother's house, he's more like alert and creative and active because they're like drawing and playing outside and doing things versus like a kid glued to this nonstop. You become a zombie and you become indoctrinated that way, right? So yeah, he doesn't hate that stuff. He just has his kids like literally how it's supposed to be. I gave you the direct line to extinction. No one wants permanent additions to their bodies. Facts. I think Matt doesn't really hate as much as he lets on half the time. He's just joking in a deadpan way, so he seems serious, but he's not. Yeah, I agree with that too. I agree with that. Because like I said, they balance it out in his household. What about him and Brett hating adults? I honestly think like they don't really hate them. That's just something they wouldn't do. They wouldn't buy toys from their childhood or whatever. They probably learned to let that go. Me, on the other hand, I see something cool, especially Pokemon related, I'm getting it. All right? If I can envision, if I look at the price and I'm like, okay, it's not bad. I can see this in my office. I'm getting it. It's no questions asked. Like, you're not telling me I'm not an adult because I want to get that. If I had no screen, I would not be here. If you were restricted with your screen time, you might not be here. That's a better way to put that. Why men are not getting married.
So 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated.
I think that number is actually higher, isn't it? Isn't that like a higher number? Chin Pokemon!
By women. 90% if she's college educated. 90% of child support payments go from men to women. 97% of alimony payments go from men to women. Thus, it's an L for, as a dude, just statistically speaking, look at the data, look at the stats. Like, it's not good for men. So my thing is, you never sign a contract with someone who is rewarded for breaking it. And women in today's day and age, if the guy's the breadwinner, they are rewarded by breaking the marriage contract. So 50% of marriage.
And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you need to be a religious man. You need to get with a religious woman that's equally as yoked as you, because what he's not telling you, there's also statistics for religious people in divorce. And it's funny because that number is actually way further down. And also the statistics that he's bringing up. So it goes even further than what he's saying. It goes by like what the average household income is. So anything under 100,000, the divorce rate is like sky high for couples that are not religious, right? Staying with couples that are not religious. Once you hit 100,000, it starts dipping down a little bit, and it keeps going down until you hit like the $1 million range, and then it skyrockets back up for obvious freaking reasons at that point, right? All right, the same chart, literally the same chart, except for couples that are married and they're also religious. So they took Christians, Jews, and Muslims, right? And they're like, we're talking about both practice. They're really into it. They live by the book that they study and follow. The divorce rates drop so hard in each category. So we're sky high under 100,000. It's like down here, right? And then as it trends down for the people that aren't religious, it goes down even more for the people that are. And then even when like the $1 million where it skyrockets up, it stays down. It literally... God, that's what happens when God is in your life and is in your marriage. You're not dealing with all that. This is a red pill talking point. That's all this is. That's all this is. You got Gundams on your desk? Hey. Oh, you told us that before. Did you see? Because you said you were in Japan. Were you there when they had the big one? They made like a life-size one. Were you there when that happened? For children today, technology is their life, born with a screen reflection from eyes open. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. If I'm lucky enough to have a child, I promise you they're not getting raised with a screen to their face. And I'm homeschooling them. That's happening. Off rip. You guess Matt hates me? Hey, man, me and him about to be future co-workers. Don't say that. Don't say that. He don't hate me. Alabama man action figure. He drinks beer and eats bowls. And he beats his wife. Hold on, we gotta find that real quick. Because some of y'all, if you don't watch South Park, you have like no idea what we were talking about. Boom. Here it is.
Alabama man to the bowling alley where he drinks heavily and chews tobacco.
Wow, he can bowl.
When wife asks him where he's been, just use the action button and Alabama man busts her lip open.
Shut up, bitch! Wow. I want to be just like Alabama man.
Alabama man comes with
No, you don't, kids. No, you don't. You don't want to be this, kids. It's just meant to be funny. You don't want to be this. You don't want to be this. This is horrible. Hey, King Penguin, welcome to the stream. Definitely don't get married today. Hey, what did I tell you guys a few streams ago? I was told that the bar for dating today, the dating pool is full of pee. And somebody else said the bar is literally in hell. So yes, This dating period today would be horrendous. Like, you really gotta look for a good one. Tech boy, once again, I don't want to get married. You just saying that because you a kid. Not always, they're saying not all divorcing want it, but toxic is toxic. I know, but we going off the statistics and stuff. We going. Homeschool until 10th grade, then send the troops into public school. No, my kid about to be homeschooled forever. Forever. You got to see the full-size Gundam in the gun. Oh, you so lucky, Tyree. You so lucky. Man, that's so dope. That's so dope. Said the kid once asked, is it my mission to make the school Christian? Maybe that's why God had your parents send you. Maybe it is your mission. You need to live in your purpose of what God is sending you to do. Tech boy. You gotta live in that purpose and preach the gospel. I want to know what the Florida man figure for. Ooh, yikes. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. She is upset. He thinks promiscuity is gross.
But what I do think is unfair if you're going to call something like disgusting, I think that's...
Yes, I think promiscuity is disgusting.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So you're not promiscuous?
Yeah, so you yourself
So why
don't.
is he not allowed to say that based on your whole theory right now?
He is, but
Oh,
at the
babes,
same
thank you.
time, I'm saying
Thanks for the back.
wouldn't it bring you more peace just to not judge others?
I don't spend my time thinking about all the people that are getting herpes out there and that are destroying their ability to pair bond with future partners. I don't really give it a whole bunch of thought outside of this podcast. I don't spend my time like, oh my God, these fucking people are just fucking like crazy. Like, I don't really, like, I accept that people are promiscuous. Like, it is what it is.
Well, it's not so much you in particular. It's your viewer base. It's like they
Is
they
against
can't-
promiscuity. Good job,
I'm
guys.
not saying you
Good job.
interrupted me. I would like it if you could let me finish. But what I do...
I don't know what you was about to say, but it's about to be crazy. Oh, here we go, right here. Florida man drinks beer and wrestles alligators. Roar. And Florida man does other Florida man things. That's how you get the headlines. Like, Florida man just wrestled an alligator on top of a building. That's not. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is the picture I was talking about. When I first saw this picture floating around, I literally thought this was Photoshop. And it turned out it wasn't. That person was really on the podcast. Ugh, her body count's over 100. Oh.
So you said your body count is 136, right?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
So just to bring it back to the whole like men and women struggle the same, your male looks equivalent could not sleep with 6 women in a night, could not have a 136 body count.
Right, because you're saying I'm average looking, right?
I mean, I don't want to make comments about your appearance, but I'm just saying
No, I know I am.
But your male looks equivalent could not sleep with 6 women in a night the same way that you slept with 6 men in a night.
Right, because men are willing to like fuck down.
Yeah, basically, like, you have the equivalent sexual pull of a famous athlete, musician, or actor, A-list celebrity, and you're an average woman. So you said your body count is 136, right?
Oh. No, there's something under this. 6 men a night? She a prostitute. That's the only way.
It got to a point where like I was 19 and I got kicked out of my house because I was like bringing over 6 dudes a night. Like it just was never enough.
I can see why your parents kicked you out. You brought 6 dudes a night, random strangers, into your parents' home and letting them, girl, what?
Enough was never enough. So, yeah.
What? Wait, 6 dudes a night?
For like a consecutive week, yeah.
So 6 times 30? Wait.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And how were you meeting these guys?
Usually dating apps, I have like a hard time approaching men. I usually just wait until they approach me.
So like, would you slot them in like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I would even, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd say I would even like have like my backup guys to where it was like, if this guy didn't come tonight, then I would invite this guy. And then if he did come, if the first guy did come, then I'd tell the other guy, oh, I'm busy. Like I can't, make it or whatever. It got to a point.
Right? Oh, no. No. You know what this just triggered? It's gonna be another skit. It's gonna be, This is literally Quagmire using Tinder for the very first time. This is literally what I thought of with her saying all of that. We're about to skip ahead. They taught him how to use Tinder. He goes to this girl's house and realizes what it's for.
From Tinder? You must be Glenn. I got you these. A lovely bouquet for a lovely...
Yeah, take off your pants and sit on the coffee table.
Okay. That was great. And we could still make our reservation.
What? Why? We already had sex.
Wait, so I don't have to make small talk with you or spend any money?
Of course not. Here, wipe yourself off with this West Elm catalog.
My God, this app is amazing! Thank you, cell phone Jesus!
Blasphemous.
Huh? Oh, yeah, fine.
Literally what this whole montage is what that lady was talking about. This probably was in her bedroom. This what she did. Yeah, and it gets to this point. Yeah, that's basically what that lady was talking about. This woman needs Jesus in her life. Yeah, she does. Proverbs got some words for that lady. Yeah. I feel bad. I don't know why I feel bad. She the one who said it. That's crazy. Giggity. Jorge just got jokes. Jorge just got jokes. Bear Alice, Robot Chicken, Extinction Looms. By the way, buy some Florida Man coffee and you will be King Yeet just like Grace Still Plays. Florida Man coffee? Okay. No, we about to look this up. Oh, this really is real. And it is by Grace Still Plays. Oh, they had a snake on there. No, get off. Get off my screen. Oh, man. Oh, he doesn't have flavors like Quartering does. He has a light blend, a medium roast, and then he has hot cocoa. No dark roast for the Florida man. This is, yikes. Yikes. Crazy. You said Google today and Florida man at the same time? All right, I got you. You ever search Florida Man articles based on the month and day you were born? No. All right, so we're going to do today in Florida Man to see what pops up first. Okay, it's just Florida Man archives. Okay. Nope, something actually came up. something actually came up from 11 hours ago. It says, Florida man, 74, accused of grabbing flight attendant by the crotch. All right. Okay. That's all right. Let's do Florida man and then month and day I was born. So February 17th. What do we got? Oh, yikes. There's like a couple. Okay, I'm gonna pull the first three and I would tell y'all what it says. Oh. All right, so the first one. Oh, this dude's picture looks horrible. He looks crazy. It says, Florida man causes thousands of dollars worth of property damage trying to kill demons. Huh. Okay. It says a Florida man is behind bars after police say he caused thousands of dollars in damage trying to kill demons he believed were tormenting him. I mean, they probably were. He also could have been supremely high out of his mind, which opened a door based on the picture I am looking at right now. They said he was wielding a sledgehammer and hitting people's windows and cars. The man told police he had been drinking when someone gave him a drug to consume. Didn't I say he was probably drugged out of his mind? Police say he stated the demons he saw told him to damage the property. They probably did. He probably opened a gate or a door that should have never been opened, because as we know, spiritual warfare is very real. Wow. Okay. I gotta subscribe to the Orlando Sentinel to view this. All right, I can see the title. It literally says Florida man, oh no, asked underage girls to sniff their feet in exchange for vape pens. Yo. He sounds like the dude from Nickelodeon. He sounds like Dan Schneider. And we know, didn't Nick used to have a studio down there? Was this Dan Schneider? Is this why I gotta pay to read this? This sounds like something he would say to the girls at Nickelodeon. It's wild. And this one says Florida man admits to murder after human foot found partially exposed in a backyard. All right, well, we're done with that. Enough of that today. We're gonna watch this video from Night Talk. This is a clip. He's gonna react to the clip, but I just want him to play it so we can react to it. The clip is from the Whatever podcast, and it says, "Does God make you gay?" We all know the answer to that, but let's see what they said in the podcast clip.
You can have your personal opinion. If you don't want to sleep with a...
I'm sorry, what? What did you say, Jorge? I still love the article about the Florida man who tried to get his Mac on with an alligator. All right, that's enough Florida man articles today. That is crazy. You said Florida woman? I've never heard a Florida woman story. It's always been a Florida man.
Trans woman, that's your prerogative. That's fine, but don't declare your opinion as fact. If you think that if a man chooses to sleep with a trans woman is gay, so be it. That's your opinion. I have no problem with you having your own opinion, but you saying comments like that on a podcast with this many subscribers and viewers hinders men who are straight, because they do exist, who choose to sleep with trans women.
And they gay.
If you
That's
some
gay.
godly Christian man, I think you should learn how to keep your fucking
And
mouth
they
shut
hold on,
sometimes.
bitch. And they are gay. You know what I mean?
Hey.
But we had this
Stevie, you don't have to call her the B word, my guy.
conversation
Calm
too,
down.
like, if the trans woman has done all the work and that person is as much of a woman as she can be given science and technology, then that's a little bit different. I wouldn't call a motherfucker entirely gay, but he ain't all the way straight. He's somewhere in between. There's a gay spectrum, a heterosexual to homosexual spectrum, and you're somewhere in the middle.
What'd you say? Oh, of course, man only bashing. Definitely a married moments. Dang, bro. Because I never heard of Florida woman. Dang, that's crazy.
Middle somewhere, because biologically, you know what I mean, that motherfucker is a man in bones. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, who the fuck are you to goddamn sit here and tell this man what the hell he can say and he can't say because of the audience, bro? Yeah, I mean, you don't dictate.
Okay, so real quick, Stevie curses a lot in his content. I forgot to put that out there. So, you know, if you're not trying to hear all of this, you might want to jump off for like the next 10 to 20 minutes. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you. I love you too, bro. I love you too. You just threw me under. I'm like, dang, I can't say nothing.
Take shit, bitch.
To those topics because it's very hateful and hurtful. Just like how you've been giggling and sitting here across the table this whole time. If you were such a godly man who's returned his whole life around for God, you should learn for a little bit more acceptance and tolerance when it comes to these platforms. Honestly, truthfully, if you want to say that shit behind closed doors with your other little red pill.
Fuck that. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody what they need to say in closed doors? Nah, but he say it like it is. Bro, I respect motherfuckers like that. You a coward.
Right.
Saying how you really feel behind
right.
closed
I don't know
doors.
why
That's
she came
bullshit.
back.
Friends, go ahead and do so. But just learn and recognize the platform you have and how much influence you have. There's already enough trans hate and crime out there. You don't need to influence it more, was my point. Thank you.
Cook, boy.
There's many things I could say in response to
He
that.
about to cook.
Let me ask you this.
Get her,
Is
Chase.
God tolerant?
I think God made us all in his light. He didn't make any mistakes, right? So if he
You don't even
created
know.
trans people, then he did it for a reason.
Did he create trans people, or do trans people choose to be trans?
Go ahead.
Cook.
I feel like you're better off with this one. I would rather you respond.
Okay. I was raised Catholic, and then I converted to Christianity in middle school. In the Bible, it's mainly said, God does not give you more than what you can handle. She asked me earlier, when did you know? This shit was not a fucking choice for me.
Yes, it was. You literally chose to play dress up. For those that don't know, this person is trans. So this is really a man that's sitting right here. But he's like, no, I'm a woman now because, you know, you put on like the outfits and everything. But like, nah, you a man, bro. You chose to dress up as a woman. God didn't make you this way. Like that's God didn't say, you know what? I'm gonna put you in this man body and make you confused and make you be like, you know what, God, you did mess up and I gotta fix it myself. God didn't do that. God made you perfect the way you are. Accept that. Love when an atheist tells Christians how they should act. Isn't it funny? Don't read the Bible, don't know the Bible, don't apply it to their life, but they gonna tell you how you should live as a Christian. I just think as a Christian, you should be blah, 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 blah. Shut up. What'd you say, Tech Boy? It looks kind of attractive in my opinion, but I would understand no circumstances to date him. This look kind of attractive to you? This right here? That's your type? Interesting. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You in the eye right now and say this was not a choice.
So you didn't choose to go on hormones? You don't.
I did.
You
No,
didn't
I
choose.
did,
Hold on.
however-
You didn't
Let
choose
her
to put a.
finish.
No. She said her piece, and I'm going to ask a couple questions so that she can
She really
clarify.
she didn't finish her statement.
I'm going to. I will let her finish, but I'm going to ask a couple questions so she can clarify. My questions are: you didn't choose to go on hormones. You don't choose to dress this way. You don't choose
This
to
right
identify
here.
as a woman. You don't choose to wear a weave. You don't choose to put on makeup and present yourself as a woman.
So it's the same way for you though. It's like me asking you, like, oh, did you choose to wear that shirt today? Because to you it's natural, right? It's 100% natural. Did you choose to get a fade? Of course, because you know it looks good on you. That's you likes you. So that's everything that you choose to do, everyday hygiene to that's your normal. To me, this is my normal. I didn't choose it.
Yes, you did. You literally chose to play dress up as a woman. You literally chose that. That's so different from me waking up as a woman and be like, what shirt am I wear today? How do I do my hair? That's completely different from you saying, let me chop my thing off and go get surgery and take hormones and do all this to be a woman. That's completely different. You said, Tyree says, do those ladies undereat because they seem super tiny compared to the trans? I think these women are probably like around my size or like 120 or something, because this dude gotta be 2 something. He gotta be. He like a football player size.
If I think like, oh, like, you know what? Like, I like these hair extensions because they look good and because it's feminine. My energy is feminine. I hope I'm saying that right.
Okay.
But still, like,
You're still a
like,
man,
to
though.
me, that these choices, it's not like I went out of my way and be like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up today and I'm gonna be a fucking bitch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna present female.
You literally chose that.
Technically,
You went out of your way to do those things.
Technically,
You
I
go
was
out of your way to
already.
I don't agree with Chase on this. I don't believe that these motherfuckers choose to be the way that they are. Those who are really like in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the motherfuckers that's just doing this shit to be trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think homosexuality and transgenderness, those who are actually living that life, right? I don't believe they choose those lives. You know what I mean?
Ooh, L take, Stevie. They chose to be this way, my guy. They chose this life. Don't let them sit there and be like, I didn't choose this. I was born. No, that's not a thing, my guy. That's not a thing.
I've heard plenty of conversations from those that identify with that community that say they wouldn't wish this life on anyone, but they can't help it because this is who they are. You know what I'm saying? They wish they could.
Bro, it's a sin at the end of the day. Why do I have to validate that sin, but not validate in that case, I have to let all sin rock then. That don't make sense, bro. That don't make sense. They're choosing to live this life. To sit there and be like, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Then stop it. Go get some actual mental help then if you think it's a mental issue. But like, don't sit here and lie.
You know, heterosexual or whatever the fuck, because they wouldn't have to deal with all this bullshit that comes with it. I've heard them say, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but I can't help it because this is me, right? So in that respect, I don't think those who live this life choose it if that is them, like, you know, genuinely.
I was already doing them from the very beginning. Why did I stop doing it? Because of what other people think.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the original question. You said it's my job as a Christian, godly man to be tolerant because that's what Christians are supposed to do. My original question is God tolerant?
I think it's your job to mind your business.
No.
Saying none of them sitting there are hard body, none of those could dance for 15 minutes, need healthy food and exercise. I agree with you, but like, it's not about, I don't think any of them are, when we're talking about the women on the other side, because that's what Tyree had mentioned. I mean, they look small, but like, yeah, just because you're small doesn't mean you're healthy. I don't think any of them are healthy. But they're tiny. They're way tinier than compared to that man, though.
My question to you is God tolerant? You projected all of these
I would say
values.
God is tolerant.
Okay, so
in
Genesis, yes,
Okay.
I will. I will
Educate her,
you on
Chase.
exactly what the Word of God says. In Genesis, it says that when God created mankind, he made them male and female. And in Leviticus, it says for a male to have sexual relations with another man as he would with a woman. That is an abomination in God's eyes and is worthy of being put to death.
How many times has the Bible been translated? How many times has the Bible been translated?
Is this correct?
Can you let me respond? If you're
Okay, I actually seen this part though. I've seen this clip. This is what I was trying to find. She's about to get wrecked. Watch this.
Gonna make a statement to me before you bring someone else into it, so I don't forget what I'm gonna say.
I want to hear what you have to say, but this is correct, is it not?
I don't know what the words are. I don't know what Leviticus would be in Hebrew, because like that's how I learned everything in Hebrew. But the biggest thing that we harp on in Judaism is a man should not lie in bed with another man, and then we take that to mean don't.
Do you guys
be gay.
know that scripture was changed so many times though?
No,
let me finish my statement before you start talking. Let me finish my statement before you start talking. Let me
It's
finish my
not
statement
true.
before you interrupt me. Thank you.
You're making falsehoods, but go on.
I feel like you should let her finish.
Thank you. So the Bible has been translated. Obviously, that's not a falsehood. It was not written in English, was it? No. Do you know Latin?
It wasn't written in Latin.
Okay, whatever was written
Aramaic.
in. Oh yes. Okay, it was been.
Aramaic,
My whole point
Greek,
is.
and Hebrew.
Fucking let me finish.
You're
Jesus
trying to educate
Christ.
me on the Bible,
okay,
but
let
you
me
don't
finish.
even
Do it
have the most
after.
basic facts
Do it
straight.
fucking after.
You
Let
don't
me
have the
finish.
most basic
Let
facts
me
straight.
finish.
Go on.
You keep interrupting me, but you get so mad when someone interrupts
I'm
you.
not mad at all.
Oh.
Go on. You're just stating falsehoods and presenting.
This girl had the nerve to say that she was feminine, bro.
presenting yourself
your
as an
forehead
authority.
wrinkles are giving you away.
Oh, like the disrespect. He ain't dissed her at all, bro. He ain't talk shit, not talk down. He may have cut her off a few times, but like her ass trying to go for the jugular and shit. Bitch, come on, man.
Maybe get some Oh, you brought them back down.
Continue to ad hominem me.
So what I was saying
Facts.
is the Bible has
Facts.
been rewritten so many times.
False.
It's been translated so many times.
Faithfully and accurately.
Can you tell
Okay,
me stop
let
fucking
her
interrupting me?
finish. Like,
He's
she
interrupting
was-
every word I say, dude.
Okay, just continue.
Like
Go
everything
ahead.
I talk, he's interrupting every word. If I do that, you would get on my case.
You both interrupt. It's a conversation. Just go ahead. Go ahead, Kiko.
The Bible has been translated multiple times, and there is proof and evidence stating that most of those translations from those scriptures, they were actually saying a man should not lay with a child. It was not
No.
man and man. A lot of things have been translated
No.
because there's so much P word that runs
No.
through the church.
We actually already looked at this on my channel. That's false. Like she's stating what progressive Christians talk about when they be like, oh, that's not what it talks about, and this is why we're so inclusive, and we allow gay people to be gay, and we're with them, and we walk with them during Pride and stuff. It's like all of y'all are going to hell. All right, unless you repent and get your life together. There's a reason why I'll never understand this. I will never understand this. It literally says the way into the kingdom of heaven, other than knowing the Father, not. The path is narrow, right? It's gonna be like this to get up in there, right? It's not gonna be wide. The pathway to hell is wide, right? So when you get the progressive Christians sitting there saying we love everything and we love everybody and we accept all sin and blah 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 blah, and they say all this nonsense, it's like, if that is the case, right? Why do any of this? If God gonna accept all of us regardless for anything, why we doing all this? The Bible don't say that. The Bible said the path gonna be like this. It ain't gonna be like this. Bible did these people read? Grifter's Paradise run away. It's sad. I don't believe she's a Christian. If she is, she's definitely progressive. I would say that there are minor differences between the original Bible canon and Martin Luther's translation. So there is, but it's like extremely minor, but it's not like something major like what she's talking about, where it's like, that doesn't say that, it actually says this. That's not what any of that means at all. Also, so some people that I know where they're like deep in their theology and they can actually read the original scrolls, say it's basically same as like the Bibles we read in English. It's basically the same things. It's basically the same things. Exactly. They like editing history to suit their narratives. They do. Just because you editing it, it don't mean it's right, Kiko. It don't mean it's right. I learned that one of the reasons for the Crusades was a certain group was killing Christians for a while first. Ooh. That true? Yikes. Exactly. Extremely minor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So she's been taught wrong. You know what I think it is? I just think she was taught wrong, and she thinks it's facts when it's not. She just needs to be taught correctly. I'll pray for her, but I doubt she's gonna be receptive to it.
That they do things, or we acting like that it's not in the Vatican. We don't have these things.
Hebrew. I'm sorry, I
where
can't
you-
listen to that false. I learned the Bible in the original language that it was written. I learned in Aramaic and I learned in Hebrew. And it's never a child. It's a man should not lay in bed with another man. And so Jews don't even share beds. Like on sleepaway trips, if we went on overnight, Jews, two guys are not allowed to even share a bed for a sleepover because it's that serious.
She's a
that
TikTok
it also
Christian.
even
She
more so
probably
means they
is.
should not do anything gay. But the pedophilia in the church, that's a whole different issue, I think, than this specific issue of like, is being gay right or wrong? Is being trans the
My
same
whole
thing?
point-
away from
okay.
that.
I don't know enough. I mean, I don't know what is what, who said what, which translated, whatever the fuck. But based on this conversation, it sounded like old girl that's just talking was cooking. Sound like old girl who just finished talking is cooking, and this girl's talking out her ass. But I mean, but old girl, what's her name? Kiko, like she out here spitting from emotion again, man. She too emotionally tied to it. Once that happens, bro, it's a wrap. You lost the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't looking at this shit objectively. You looking at this shit as one of these little retarded ass liberals and shit that you just, just want to be involved in this conversation for some reason. I'm curious to see what y'all have to say about this conversation too. You know what I'm saying? With Kiko's explanation of of homosexuality being really pedophilia in the Bible compared to, you know, a girl saying, no, it's clear as day that they saying it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, and anything associated with Adam and Steve is a abomination.
Thank you for your information with that. I've read things that differ, even in church. The churches I've gone to have said things that differ, so I would like to talk more about you with that. But overall, my whole thing is, I don't think in God's light would he want you sitting here shaming people more for what they're doing. What they're doing is not affecting you in your life.
But I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not uncomfortable, but, you know, I don't feel like I'm the most credible when it comes to talking about religious things, because, you know, that's not something I'm as informed in. But I do know that
Stevie, my man, go get some religion in your life. Get some Jesus in your life, my man. It'll do you good. It'll do you good. It does everybody good. All right, you get some Jesus in your life. Bible aside, saying it's all about what you feel like inside. Spark, soul, consciousness, label it. Presence is felt, not read. Like, what do you mean? It's all about what you feel like inside. So you mean like when this person right here be like, I feel like a girl? You think that's valid? So like how Stevie's point is like, that's cool, they can't help that? Or what do you mean right now? Also, let me jump back.
You know that God will judge your ass. I mean, if you ain't living by God's creed, bro, you might as well just burn in hell. Like, he'll give you the ability to fucking, you know, repent for your sins and shit, man. But if you doing the shit he's telling you not to fucking do, he will judge your ass. You know what I'm saying? He don't just
okay, Stevie, you know a little bit
without you acknowledging the shit that he's saying is wrong. Like, God is ruthless, bro. He ruthless in the motherfucking dog. Like, if your ass praying to different idols and shit, he will burn your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't give two fucks.
So why don't you just mind your fucking business instead of spewing hate on a podcast with so much influence on people? Let them live their lives.
Okay,
just
so just
why do you care so much? Why does it bother you so much? Are you attracted to them and it makes you feel some type of way?
No.
Is that what it is?
Where did that come from?
That's always it, bro. When you can't make a point, you got to attack. Right? Why you care so much? Are you gay? Are you trans? No, bitch. I care about reality, motherfucker. Clearly you don't.
This is not about me shaming people. This is not about me doing anything like you just described. I stated biological facts.
Boom.
And you have a problem with me stating biological facts.
Boom.
The facts that I stated is for a man to have sex with a trans woman, he would be having sex with a biological male, which is homosexual. That is what I said. That is all I've ever said. I haven't sat on this podcast shaming people, being hateful towards people. I've stated very basic facts. And you sit on the other side and you're like, you can't do that as the supposed godly Christian man. You need to be tolerant towards people. It is our job as Christians to align ourselves with the Word of God. It is also our job to, as Jesus said, make disciples of the nations and to share the Word of God. And you make all these statements about Chase. You can't be judgmental towards people. Jesus told us we are in this life to judge with righteous judgment, and whatever judgment we apply towards others, we will be judged by that exact same standard with which we judge others.
She ain't listening to you, bro. She ain't listening to you, dog. It's going one ear out the other, bro. She just want to fucking attack.
Job to just walk around the world and be tolerant. It's a Christian's job to combat evil and to combat falsehoods. Okay, and for you to say, oh, it's so hateful and intolerant, and you're trying to shame people who want to make these decisions, it's none of these things. I'm simply speaking truth.
May I add to that as well? That
I disagree. This is a microcosm of society, bro. That is a microcosm of society, bro. Facts over feelings.
Facts over feelings. Yes, Stevie, my brother. Spiritual harm is still harm. Facts. No, okay, you were talking about this from Chaos. He said God's presence. Okay, that's what you were talking about. Read, learn, accept, bring your heart to life, birth of a soul. Like when I told y'all I felt, I saw the light next to me when I was at the Easter Vigil. I already know that was God. You gotta feel him in you. When these people say that it doesn't affect you are wrong. Spiritual harm is harm. Facts. But they don't understand that. They literally do not understand that. Because they wanna do whatever they want. How they gonna do whatever they want if we telling them like, hey, you know that's wrong, right? They don't want to hear that. They want to live in their sin. They want to do whatever they want. They want to have fun. They be like, they think this life, this is it right here. That's all they ever think of. That's why they be like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me when I die. You tripping, blah, blah, blah. Think about this. Think about this. If they are correct, and I've said this numerous times, if they are correct, cool. We lived a great life, and we go on to do whatever they think happens at the end of life, right? They be thinking you get reborn or nothingness or whatever, right? We lived a good life regardless. However, if we right, and I already know we right, our eternity is going to be magnificent. Their eternity going to be trash. They just thinking about here, today. They want to do whatever they want before they pass. Their eternity going to be garbage. They don't even realize it. They can't, nobody thinks about that. They don't ever want to think about that. It doesn't affect you, but you will be fired for getting the pronouns wrong. Exactly. You don't affirm them by whatever they think they are. It's a wrap for you. Next thing you know, you getting called down to HR. They like, yeah, go ahead, take a seat. So we heard you didn't affirm Chad by his pronouns. He goes by her, they, and their, and you didn't use them. You called Chad a he. And you be like, yeah, that's a man. You just said Chad. No. You gotta respect his pronouns, or that's that's harassment of a fellow coworker, and we're gonna have to fire you for that if you don't want to affirm his gender. Oh man, if I'm about to walk off a cliff, I hope that there's someone to yell stop. KF was like, stop. He ain't walking off yet, KF. He ain't walking off yet. Hey, I have a good video. I don't know what this channel is. Maybe we've seen this channel before because the name looked familiar. But it says the Antichrist is in Hollywood, and it says Mel Gibson exposes dark secrets and encounter with the Antichrist. So let's see. It says in this explosive interview with actor, director, and producer Mel Gibson, he opens up about the seedy underbelly of Hollywood and his personal encounter with an actor he believed to be the Antichrist. Gibson fearlessly exposes the dark secrets of the entertainment industry. So let's uncover the shocking truth about Hollywood's corruption. This interview is packed with jaw-dropping revelations that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Mel Gibson holds nothing back. Well, maybe some things, cough, cough. Okay. So I had to give you guys the spiel real quick. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know right now before I start playing this. We are on YouTube. Y'all already know how they play me. You already know how the spiritual warfare is. If the stream stops on YouTube, because if you are watching me from Rumble, Kick, Twitch, Facebook, it's not stopping over there. Y'all already know it's not. YouTube is gonna be the one that stops. I need y'all to go to the description box. Whatever you're not following me on, follow me. Because if this stops, y'all go ahead and just tune in on one of the other ones. Because I'm multi-streaming, so I can't just stop the stream to restart it. Just to let y'all know. Just so we're on the same page. All right? Like Jorge said, it's not judging. It's looking out for your fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. Amen, sir. Amen. Yes, sir.
When I came over here, I was
also, this is facts what KL said.
My mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
All right, Tyree, thank you for stopping through. As usual, I appreciate you coming through. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed night. And if you guys pop through tomorrow, I'm going to be trying Fortnite again. I got a brand new graphics card. So I should have no more issues with this computer with me playing Fortnite. My camera should not cut off tomorrow. And if it does, I don't know. I don't know. KO, if you about to be right back. All right, I see you in a second, KO.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because that couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you were exactly on track.
I think we have seen this channel before. I think they're the ones that
Welcome
was
back,
talking
family.
about that
AVS here, and
Catholic
today I
church.
have an absolutely explosive episode because there have been clips of Mel Gibson floating around from a very old interview where he claims to have encountered the Antichrist, and he also goes into some details about Hollywood and what the industry is actually like. Now, I have actually managed to find the entire interview, and I'm going to play that for you shortly. But before we get to it, I want you to remember who this man is. He is an actor, a director, and a producer of one of the biggest Christian movies ever, The Passion of Christ. Now, in the exclusive interview that I'm about to show you, Mel Gibson exposes some shocking truths about the entertainment industry that only somebody who has been there
You said you popped over to Rumble and the stream isn't rolling. Here we go. We're like 1.5 minutes in. Here we go. It's already happening. It's already happening. That's weird. It's not working. Huh. Why? Why is this, Alright. It's weird. It says live stream begins. Oh, you know what? It's not going to, because you know what I didn't do after setting up this stream? You know what I didn't do? Every time you do a live stream on Rumble, they give you a stream key and a URL, and I have to update it every day on Streamlabs because they give you a new one like every day. I never put the new one in, and I didn't already start streaming. Okay, well, Rumble's not gonna go tonight because that's actually my fault. That's my fault. All right, let me check Facebook. Facebook should be fine. Yeah, I'm still live over there. Let me check Twitch. Make sure Twitch is cool. Hey, my boy is on playing Dead by Daylight. Yup, Twitch is cool. And then Kick. Kick is the newer one. Let's make sure Kick is working. Yeah, Kick's working too. So, okay, it's just Rumble, and that's my fault. I forgot to switch out the new stream key. Because they literally give you brand new URLs and stream keys like every time you set up a stream. And I don't know why they do that. It's really stupid because every other one, literally, I kid you not, every other one gives you like it just gives you a standard one that just use every time. Rumble showing 67 members. Yes, sir. I got 67 now over there. It's growing. It grows every week. I love it. I love it. Okay. We'll go back to the video. Tooges R, welcome to the... Hey, I don't see you all the time over here. What about the title? What did Pat offer Tucker? So he offered, Patrick Bet David offered Tucker Carlson $100 million over the span of 5 years. That's like one of the first things we talked about. Saying is growing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey. I've already told you how I don't like Mug Club on locals. Yeah, so Rumble needs to upgrade a lot of things. Because, the servers, locals, the TV app. But here's the one thing I do like about Rumble. Because they're building that infrastructure on their own, which is going to take way more time than, like, getting the plug-and-play parts from all these other companies, right? Because they're building out their own infrastructure, they're able to have the content they have because now they don't have to worry about any of these third-party companies and advertisers talking about some, hey, we don't want to put our ads where people are talking about this, and I don't want you to use parts from my company for your site, and your site talks about this. So that's the good thing, and it's like that takes a lot of time to build all that out. So it's going to get there. They just need to hurry up and get there, you know? Twitter content to start paying. Yeah. You got to be a blue check verified member. But then, like, even then you have to, what is it? You need like 500 followers. And it's like some other stuff you have to get monetized on there. Because they're starting to, Matt Walsh live streams his show on Twitter now. So now Twitter needs to start fixing their stuff because they have another opportunity to grow and be like another media platform for streaming and stuff. Once they work all that out, bro, it's a wrap. I'm going to go to Twitter too. YouTube, I swear, these companies get it just right. YouTube's out of here.
Themselves can speak about and actually be taken seriously about it. And he speaks about the ugly reality behind Hollywood, behind all of the glamour, if you want to call it that. But that's not all. In this jaw-dropping interview, he speaks about the Antichrist, and he also speaks about a very dark situation that he experiences with one specific actor. And I won't ruin it for you, I'll let you watch the interview for yourself. But pay attention to the wording that he uses throughout the interview. It's very, very interesting. And this can be very eye-opening for anybody who's trying to get into that industry. Maybe this...
What? You had someone on YouTube call you a busybody and gossiper and Bible thump me for commenting on the Crowder ring. Yo. Yeah, Jasmine, let me give you some advice real quick. So, a lot of my earlier reaction videos, because I used to do like 3 to 5 a day, every single day, which burnout happened really quick. I would not recommend that for anybody. I don't know how Jeremy from the Quartering does it, right? The more videos you start putting out, because I noticed you're way more consistent now, and everything looks cool because I be watching your stuff. You're going to get more people coming through, and the more views you get, the more haters you're going to get. You're going to get called some wild names. It's going to be way worse than that, I'm telling you. But you'll be all right. Because once you hit a certain point, like where I'm at right now, I haven't got a wild comment in a long time. However, the moment, and I do plan on doing this again, I'm about to put react videos and stuff back up like every day like I used to. It's gonna happen the more you grow. It's gonna be crazy. Just letting you know it's gonna be more of those. You just gotta take it. I can't wait to get my louder. You still waiting on that? You said you've been waiting on that for like a minute. I wish Matt was in YouTube. And they gave him a choice and he was like, I'm not bowing down to you. Matt made the right decision. He said the offer sounds like a publicity stunt. How can he get a return on investment? Some days I don't be on my PC. Oh, okay. I got you. So in terms of the offer, I don't think it's a publicity stunt. The return on investment, Tucker has a lot of fans. And if he could bring those fans over to VALUETAINMENT, and like the views are going to go up on that channel. So that's definitely going to bring some money. Now 100 million over 5 years. I think Tucker's worth more than that. But it's not a bad offer to throw out of there, especially from like such a small media company like VALUETAINMENT. It's not bad at all. Makes me wonder, because I know there's other offers behind the scene. Just makes me wonder what the other ones look like. You said facts. I've got thick skin, but always room to thicken up some more. Some Christians are vicious. Yes, they are. And it's not even Christians. You're going to have atheists run across your videos, they're gonna be the main ones talking mess. And it's gonna be very confusing because it's gonna be like, yo, how did you get here if you're not Christian? It's like, why are you here? Why did you watch? And then why are you commenting? Like, if you don't believe in any of this, what was the point of you coming here? But you're gonna deal with a lot of that. But it's just the name of the game. It's the name of the game. Yup, take the hate, send prayer, blessings, and nices in return. Hate triples, yup. That's the name of the game.
This will wake you up and turn you off of getting into that world, to be honest. But without any further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the interview.
Mike Figgis? Who is that?
What were your options when you were 18 in terms of what you might do with your life?
Well, I had absolutely no idea, and my options were, get some quick, fast job, probably physical labor, to earn the bread. And
where were you?
In Australia. Okay. I had an opportunity of going to university. I'd finished high school, did average, but passed. Really hated school, and I could have gone into journalism or. The other option that was open to me was sort of auditioning for a drama school,
right?
Which I did. I could tell jokes and stories and make stories up and convince people of things that weren't true.
You were a liar.
Kind of, yeah. A great liar. Yeah. A good liar.
Yeah.
I'm not as good a liar now as I was then.
Yeah.
Because it's, the lying thing is something you have to try and overcome, I guess.
Sure.
And I try and put it into a framework where I can call it a profession now, which is...
it's called acting.
Yeah.
If I could stay at school and not come home, I would. I feel really stressed even though my parents are loving. Well, what's going on at home where you're feeling really stressed? Let's start there. Because you wishing you could stay at school. When kids say that, something's wrong. So why do you feel stressed at your house? Is it because you have to hide being a conservative? You said Lethal Weapon's a very good movie series. Hey, the dude from Family Matters, because he was the cop there, he was the cop in the movie too.
I can't say that I have a method.
No.
I don't think I do. I mean, there is method, but I find that it constantly shifts and changes, and I think that that's a good thing. I'm not sure. I was educated in the way of theater craft and stuff was a very British way of doing things, which meant...
It's just stressful here. I feel microanalyzed and I feel stifled. Have you tried talking to your parents about it? Which I already know that's like a hard thing to do, but have you tried that? Die Hard. Am I thinking Die Hard? Cause Lethal Weapon, that was Danny Glover. Cause he had the partner, right? Oh, and Die Hard, the cop from Family Matters, cause he was talking to him on the walkie-talkie. You right? Cause he was talking to him on the walkie-talkie. All right, I got you, Jorge. I got my movies mixed up. Podcast episode recommendation. Here, let me get this on the stream. Are you being entertained by Demons, Little Light Studios on YouTube along the lines of what Mel Gibson is saying? That actually would be a good thing to talk about because I believe we are. You said you kind of talk to them? I would say, I don't know your parents' work schedules or whatever. So like maybe a Saturday, if nothing's going on, just say, hey, mom and dad, can I talk to you guys for a second? And just be honest with them about how you feel. Now, I already know in a black household, this might not work, right? Been there, done that with my parents, and it doesn't hurt to try, you know, because you can't really go anywhere till you're an adult. But I think the only other thing you can do, because you are at that age, is that if that doesn't work and you just feel more productive outside the home, maybe start looking into getting an after-school job and a summer job, so you're just not there all the time. And the little bit you are there is enough for you to sleep, eat, whatever chores they give you, and then you back out the next day. That's probably like the best way to go with that.
And technique, yeah. They're all in favor of actually feeling a real emotion and doing that.
Yeah.
But they just say you're not going to be able to summon that every time. And even if you could summon that every time, you would die young.
Yeah.
Facts. I think we
so
all
that,
are, KL.
You have to be able to at least.
We all trying to be
fake it
better than
well.
we used to be.
How do you deal with actors on that way?
Well, you choose the ones who you want to be with for a start. I never make them read or anything. I doubt that you do either.
I don't like it.
I don't understand
I get
that.
embarrassed.
I get embarrassed.
And when they cry in a reading, I get like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
You want to go and.
You want to leave because you feel you shouldn't be there.
Well, it seems like you're doing something terribly wrong. You feel like some kind of a, you know, I mean, you feel as if you're committing a crime.
Yeah.
And it's kind of slimy. It's kind of prostitution.
Sure.
But that I think is even beyond. It's just kind of watching someone go through the act of prostituting themselves. It's there's something very almost unbearable about it.
I find it. All the actresses I've spoken to, all without prompting, come up with the same thing of how detestable is the casting process. Not the old casting couch thing, just the thing of not having someone good to read with, you know, and being expected to come in and emote and look sexy and the whole thing in front of a bunch of strangers.
It's not fair.
It's perverse.
Well, it's not fair on them either.
No.
It's asking them to do something. And you don't find out anything from it.
Nothing.
You find out nothing from it. This is the main reason why I really hate it. You can get them in there and somebody might do just a slap-up job for that day, but that's what they've aimed at, that day. You have to be able to figure out whether they're going to be any good for 3 months while you're working with them. And the best way to do that is to get them in the room, sit them down, and it may be uncomfortable, as it always is getting to know someone to begin with, and they think they're going to have to read, so you tell them, well, to begin with, I don't want you to read anything, and they sort of relax a little, and you say, I'm not making anybody read, so they don't feel like they're being outcast.
No, that's the big thing, yeah.
And I don't think it tells you anything except the fact that, well, hey, they can read. I was fortunate. I only had to do it one time, ever.
As an actor?
As an actor, when I was starting out on a career. I only had to do it once because I was really bad at it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. What happened was, I went into this place and it was, the guy said, read this. Can you memorize this in like 10 minutes and come back and do it? And he gave me this script with, I mean, it was like 2 full pages of like complete, like a soliloquy, like a dialogue. Not well written either.
No.
I said, just give me a little hint about who this guy is and why he's saying this stuff. So they gave me like a thumbnail. And I thought, okay. So I went into the next room and, you know, I tried to comprehend it as best I could. And then I just came back, they turned a video camera on me, and I just sat there and tried to do it. I didn't do it according to the page or anything, but I just started off and improvised a whole thing around it. Which is
I know
all
Jorge.
you could do in 10 minutes, I mean.
And got the job?
Got it, yeah. I was so far away from the technical aspects of reading and doing things within some parameter that is given in audition processes that I thought it was hopeless anyway, so I threw it away and was relaxed. And that's the best way to find out whether or not this actor, actress will suit your requirement, is to have them relax. And then you can talk.
Man, KL, let me tell you. Because he said simple facts about life and so much bitter hatred. Telling the truth and catching hell for it. Bruh. it's so crazy how that works, right? People would be so much happier if you just lied to them, which is crazy. I don't understand it. And it doesn't matter how you tell the truth either. Like, it doesn't matter if you're blunt, you're like nice, you try to be gentle, whatever, right? It don't matter. It don't matter. You don't catch something for it. It doesn't make any freaking sense. It's like in the slightest. It just does not.
Talk about weather, and you'll know within 15 minutes.
If this is a person you want to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Christopher Walken, first time I ever did a casting session in America.
Yeah.
Terrified me.
Me too.
I mean, fucking hell. I came to meet the guy. They said, oh, he's flying in from God knows where.
Yeah, but he didn't need a plane, right?
Yeah.
It's like
he didn't need a plane. He came in, he was doing all the kind of Scorsese stuff. And I said, have you had a chance to read the script? And he looked at me and he said, do you like my face? And I went, yes. And he said, well, that's great, because if you don't, get De Niro. I'm out of here. And stood up and walked out. And everyone said, well, that I think was quite a good meeting.
No, he came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, hey, can I talk to you? And he said, sure. And he floated in, sideways, through a crowd of people. He was wearing black. And it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk, but they glide. And he was a dancer, you know, so he has he's very, you know, graceful.
Yeah.
And he moved sideways, and he just sat down in a chair next to me. And it kind of frightened me. And he's a very smart guy. And we started talking, and I didn't, you know, say much of anything about reading the script, nothing. I just started talking about the Middle Ages. And he began to talk tortures. And we swapped tortures, because I'd read this book on torture. And I tried to recall some of the most heinous things I'd ever read in this book. And he was like, oh, and he'd try and top it. And and my assistant was there, and he left because he couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
The air had turned cold. And then he left, and I wanted to leave. And because I knew that I didn't want to work with him.
Yeah.
And he was getting scary.
Yeah.
And then I turned around, and it was on top of the Peninsula Hotel. I turned around to avoid his steady gaze at one point, and I was looking at a building with the top of the sixes on it. So there was a huge illuminated triple six in red.
Yeah.
And I went from that to that to that, and he started smiling. And I thought, oh no, Chris Walken is the Antichrist, you know?
There's certain trends that seem to kind of float.
Who's Chris Walken? Hold on. Who is hold on. Who he talking about? Christopher Walken. Okay. That's this. Oh, this guy? This guy right here? I mean, isn't this the guy? No, I think I'm getting my person mixed up. Yeah, I am. I'm getting my person mixed up. Because I was thinking about the one movie with Keanu Reeves and all that weird devil stuff was happening, but that's not him. That was, what's that movie called? A movie called The Devil's Advocate? Yeah, oh, that was Pacino. Okay, yeah, I definitely got those people wrong. This movie, I was a little kid when I saw this movie. This movie freaked me out so hard. But he thinks that guy's thinks he's the Antichrist. Hey, maybe Hollywood evil, bro. They may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. All right. So again, why are we attempting to be better as a person and help the less fortunate? Deep feeling from your middle, it's just right. Yeah, it's just the right thing to do. I'm actually dealing with something right now where, despite everything, right, I'm still just trying to be the right person. And it's like it doesn't matter. And I was talking to my husband about it earlier, and he was just like, yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't have done anything you've been doing this whole time. I would have been told them to kiss my butt. And I was like, I can't do that though, because like, I just want to do the right thing regardless. I have no ill will towards anybody. Like, I still love like this person. Like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm supposed to do, cause that's what I'm supposed to do, you know. And I don't mind doing it either. Like, it's coming from a place of love. It's not like you know, in the Bible when Jesus got on the Pharisees and he was just like, you guys are just doing things because of tradition and motion. You're not actually doing it because you want to do it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm actually doing it because I want to do it, because I feel like it's like the right thing, because I love this person. And it's not like it just keeps like every time I do something, it's just like whatever, don't care, hate you, petty grudge. It's like, that's why my husband was just like, I don't know why you doing all this. And it's like, because of this right here. See where it says KL, where it says deep feeling from your middle, it's just right. That's why I just do it. That's what we're supposed to do, you know. That's just how it's supposed to be. Jorge says, I visited friends at my local bar and found out that one of my friends passed. Ro was only 39. Rest in peace. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jorge. Oh, that sucks. Did you, are you gonna go to their funeral, or did it happen already, or? Dang, that sucks. We need to pray for their family, to make sure their family's okay. Because y'all know losing a friend and loved one is just hard in general. And we will pray for you too, Jorge. That sucks. I feel weird because I have to go back to playing the video. It just feels weird doing that now because you said that. You think it already happened? I'm pray for your friend's family. I'm gonna pray for you too, because that was your friend as well. I'm gonna pray for y'all tonight before I go to sleep. That sucks. Death, that's a tough thing, dealing with death. Like I said, I feel weird trying to play the rest of this video now. Especially with the subject matter. Because up to this point, he hasn't said anything for what? This started around the 2-minute marker. And we're 10 minutes in. He hasn't said anything so far except the whole Christopher Walken bit. Yeah, in memory of those that are gone, love to those still here. Yeah. I was drinking and having a good time with her months ago. Very kind woman. And as long as like you have those good memories, that's all that matters now. And if you do still talk to the family, maybe just like stay in contact with them from time to time, you know. That's all you could really do. That sucks. She's so young too. She's only 39. That's not that far off from like my age. That's like super young. That's sad. Gotta go. Much love to you all. Good night. All right, Jasmine, thank you for popping through. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow for Christian Game Room. But if not, you have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Oh, and if you have like church and Bible study and stuff, I hope you have a good church service or Bible study. Because I know Tyree does Bible study on Wednesdays. Because I always tell that to her. The mighty death pop happens on his time, never ours. Yeah, that's true.
Together, which is one of the questions that keeps coming up is, why are there no decent parts for women? Mm-hmm. Why are women just completely underused in storytelling? Yeah. Within this system known as Hollywood. Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think the storytelling has always been a kind of a male medium.
Always in history?
Always.
Yeah.
From the start.
Uh-huh.
They were the guys who did. I mean, women just think differently to us, and that's a good thing. And there are things about the way they think and about the way they look at things that we cannot possibly understand. In fact, it's far above us, beyond us, to try and like get a hook on it. Because I've tried, and I'm a little wiser because I can kind of allow for it more now because I understand that it exists. But totally understanding it, I will never. And I think the male of the species is more adept at the telling of a story. That's why you go to any bar, it's not women telling jokes, it's guys telling jokes.
Right.
Women are notoriously bad joke tellers, most of them. Some of them are good. Some of them have a capacity for it. But I think, just generally, I think men are better at it, at telling stories. And when they tell a story, they have to, it has to issue from themselves and their own experience. And it's very hard, if most of the storytellers around are men, to actually have a good story about a woman.
Right.
I think. It's done pretty well at times.
But even if we go back to, say, the 40s, 50s, early 60s, just of cinema, forget literature, although the balance would have been still in the favor of men in terms of just number of roles and so on, there were far more, I mean, there were some very powerful actresses who were taken incredibly, in terms of box office, were taken as seriously as men. And
like Joan Crawford.
Exactly. Any number of them, actually, you know?
But she used to display a male point of view. It was very interesting. She was very masculine on screen.
Right.
And is it that women are trying, they're saying the parts aren't good because they're not masculine? I'm never quite sure about that.
If you look at the, you know, the scripts that are floating around right now, and the movies that are being made, they're woefully short on interesting female parts.
Yes, they
Women
are.
tend to kind of pop up and sort of endorse men, take their clothes off if they're in a good enough shape, and leave.
Yeah.
And one of the actresses I spoke to, actually, I came up with what I thought was a pretty smart thing, which was saying, I said, at what point do you see the decline in women's roles? She said, the moment women took their clothes off, and it became a given, then seemed to be a lack of respect and a dropping off of interest in other points of interest about women. You know?
There's a producer I know, successful producer, I will not mention names, but his whole opinion about women on film, from beginning to end, is very brief. He says, women on film, either naked or dead.
Wow.
Both is better.
Wow.
And it's like, whoa, ooh. The man has got a spiritual malady for a start. I mean, the scary thing is that I think a lot of people think that. Maybe not to that extreme. There are people, well-meaning people, and you find that the woman and the woman's role in a film becomes some sort of just appendage to the man. And I can see why they're not too fulfilled in doing that.
You're here, basically, right? You live here. You're part
Most
of
of
the
the time,
system
yeah.
now.
Yeah, really. I guess, yeah. I integrated.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's pretty much based on money, the system here.
It is.
Yeah.
The system is completely based on money.
Yeah.
The studio system.
Yeah.
To a degree, I think the way I hook into the system is based on money.
Yeah. I mean, you've managed, you're a rare bird. We still think of you as an actor. But in fact, that's just quite a small part of what you do now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the part...
I mean, when somebody told me just how many movies you'd produced, I was stunned. I mean, you turn over, don't you?
Quite a few. I mean, we're pretty prolific for a perceived vanity company.
Right.
Which I think a lot of people start film companies and then they don't really do anything with them. But this gets into the act sometimes, not always successfully either. I mean, we've made some horrible little pictures, but we've made some good ones too.
Yeah.
And So there's a pride in that, and I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
And
How
I'm
active are you?
pretty active.
You've got a good team, haven't you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of people here with good heads.
All right, when do we get? He says Mel Gibson exposes dark secrets in Encounter with the Antichrist. He didn't already talk about Christopher Walken. He thought he was the Antichrist. But the dark secrets, is this what the last 10 minutes? Because so far, this video, this has been a dud, right? Nobody's really talking about it in the comment section. All right, I think I'm about to just skip this, and we're gonna watch something else, because it's just taking too long to get to the point. I'm sorry, y'all, it's just taking way too long to get to the point. Like, it's just, sir, you're not getting there quick enough, or maybe you overhyped this interview. I don't know. Yikes. Performing arts are great, but there are definitely people in that field that are pretty bad. Facts, I agree with you. Hollywood especially. There's a lot of evil and nastiness out in Hollywood. It's garbage. It's definitely not what it makes it seem like on TV when you actually go out there. When you actually go out to LA. LA is trash. Sorry to anybody watching me from LA, but that's just my personal opinion on it. Because I done been out there and it's not, it's not what I think it is. But, okay. Next video. Oh, this is good. This from The Fallen State, Jesse Lee Peterson. This is a clip from an interview. So it says, Black people enhance almost every environment we live in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This should be entertaining.
I ask you about living in the valley. It was segregated. Why would white people want to live with the blacks when the blacks are so violent and destruction? Because everywhere they go, they create a hood, a ghetto, right? And white people tend to want to have beautiful neighborhood, paint their house and cut the grass. Why would they want to live with the blacks knowing that that's going to happen, devaluing the property and all that?
I just want to start off by saying it's not all black people that do that. It's the ninjas. Y'all know I don't cuss, so you should have an idea of what I mean when I say the ninjas. It's those. They are the ones that ruin it. They really do. I saw a video not too long ago, maybe like a month or two ago, when they were talking about the passport bros and stuff. One of the guys called into the show. So I'm watching a black content creator talk about this, and he was like, ninjas ruin it for everybody, right? A black guy calls into the show. He lives overseas, and he even explained, he was like, when I got here, I lived here for over a year now. It's been great. It's me, like, and a few other black people. It's cool. He was like, recently, some ninjas came over, and they've just been destructive, ruining stuff, and now the community looking at all of us like we crazy when it's just them. And dude was like, I feel like I gotta leave now because this was a very peaceful environment for a year, and now these ninjas have ruined it. Ruined it for everybody. John, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. It feels like, what's going on? Hey, I know I took last week off. That's why it feels like that. But it feels wonderful to be back. I'm so happy to see y'all again, like I said yesterday. And I hope you had a blessed week while I was gone, John. I hope you had a blessed one. Jorge says, I would never want to be a Hollywood actor. I'd rather be an a tenor in the opera. Okay. You lost me for like 1 second, Jorge. I agree with you, Jorge. It's funny. When I was in college, I did take an acting course. Because I thought about it. I was young. I was 21. I was like, I'd take an acting course. I'd be an actor. An actress. You really think about it, it's like, ooh, that life is trash. Ugh, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Right. Why would they want to live with the blacks, knowing that that's going to happen?
Oh, I definitely can't answer that question. I can't speak for all black people, and I certainly can't speak for white people, so I'm going to have to opt out of that one.
No, but you said they were segregated in the valley, right? When you were living there. But why would they want to live in an environment where they know that the blacks are going to screw it up?
Oh, I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think that black people enhance almost every environment we live in because we're incredible.
They do what now?
I said I think that black people tend to enhance every environment we are existing in because we are incredible and create culture and many beautiful things by just being ourselves.
And how do you define?
Not the ninjas. Not the ninjas, though.
Enhance. How do you define enhance?
I think, we bring ourselves, we bring our love, we bring our light the way that, I think many people can and have the capacity to.
And so you don't see the mess that they bring with them, like crime, and they don't really take care of themselves, their neighborhoods very well. Do you see that happening?
I can't really speak to that. I don't know that that's something I feel necessarily comfortable to offer any sort of perspective on.
And why is that?
I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
But that's what
I feel comfortable. I'll tell y'all, look, where I live, right? You could tell the ones that don't have no common sense in where they used to live and where they came from because they treat the house they live in the same way they would have treated the house down in the hood. All right? That's just all it is. There's no home training. There's no nothing. And it's very annoying because it's like where I would like to be in my house and I keep my grass cut and I take my trash out to the curb and it's peaceful and it's calm over here. Why is your food and your trash blowing in my yard? Why is your dog not chained up? Why is it loud over there? Why are you not cutting your grass, right? Your house looks horrible. Why is it like a house party? Why all y'all kicking it on the front porch, fighting, making noise? I don't have time for that. That's annoying. It's like, I don't want that in my neighborhood and I'm not white. So I'm just saying, I see why Jesse asking the question. This is what they got mad with Scott Adams about. the dude who created Dilbert. This is what they got mad at him about. You said, remember the tenor sometimes get to be the hero and sometimes kids to be a... That's all. That's the only reason you wanted to be a tenor whore. Fictional character, a lifetime of adapting survival into multi-characters and get the job done.
What love is to be honest about it so the blacks can get better.
That's interesting.
You agree with that? That's what your book is all about. You're trying to help them, right?
That's not what my book is about. My book is about my experience navigating grief and trauma. It's a very personal memoir. It's my story. I am not an expert on anything except my journey, and that was what my book is about. That is what my book and my film, actually, which is available on YouTube. It's Don't Hurt Yourself. It's same title as the book.
But isn't the intent is to help?
The intent is to share my story.
See, look at what John said. He said, okay, my mother's side of my family was pious and mild-mannered. Never, ever, ever heard my mother use a racial epithet, not once. That's what's up. That's why he keeps saying, he keeps generalizing all blacks. But I said in the beginning of this clip, I was like, it's not all blacks. It's a certain group. And they just do nonsense. But to be fair, every race has that certain group, right? So when we talk about, I guess I just use white people, right? White people can't stand trailer trash white people. It's the same thing in the black community. Black people can't stand ninjas, right? I can't speak for Mexicans and all that, but I do know in each racial group, there's that one small section that make the whole group look bad. Or they do a bunch of nonsense where you'd be like, I knew it was them. It's just what, it's a sad reality. That's just all it is. That's all it is. So my boy Prince Tamino and Mozart's Die Zup, aka Magic Flute. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how to pronounce that other word, Jorge, but
and I hope that people, one, see themselves in it, and I hope that in some way
Tech Boy, you keep bouncing back and forth.
Them.
Do you believe, though, that by telling them the truth of why white people don't want to be around them, maybe
you in bed but watching?
To take a look at themselves.
All right, you go to sleep.
Right, you're right about that.
You go to sleep in the next 18 minutes.
Everywhere we move, we bring a mess with us. Nobody want to be around us like that. Then it'll start getting better because they have a knowledge within themselves, the blacks, that they're wrong, and white people don't want to be around them because of that, right? When they start working on themselves, if you told them the truth about it, that it's them and not the whites.
I don't agree with that. But again, you know, this is your show and that's your perspective. But I
And
don't
why
agree
don't
with
you
that.
agree with that?
He said, who is this? This is Jesse Lee Peterson. That nasty word wasn't in my home, but was in our church. My grandmother taught us W. Oh, y'all mean when I say ninja? Y'all know why I'm saying ninja, because I can't say the word. That's like the closest I can get to that without saying it. Yeah, it wasn't in your home. I heard it many a times coming up. Whoops. Not only in my house, but from family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, all on my mom's side. Like my dad's side would never, because that was my white side. They would never say that word. I heard it all from them. Music. That's interesting. You said it wasn't in your home, but it was in your church. That's interesting. That's different. When people are stupid, that's how they identify themselves, using that word. I agree with you on that. I recently saw an interview when I was off. And it's an old interview too. The rapper Nelly went on some podcast in St. Louis, because that's where he's from. And he was doing an interview with them. And it was so weird because not once Nelly didn't curse. He didn't use that word. He didn't do anything, right? And he's talking to the gentleman across from him, which is another black man. And he was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, I'm just trying to break down the situation for you, my brother. And he put his hand out to shake the guy's hand. And the guy was like, don't be talking to me like that, bro. I'm not your brother. I'm your ninja. And but he said the actual N-word. And I was like, huh? Mind you, this was a grown man that would, and Nelly looked at him confused. He was like, what did you just say? He's like, you don't want me to call you brother? He was like, no, I don't know. Why are you talking to me like that? I'm your ninja. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, sir, that doesn't, he's addressing you with respect and he calling you his brother, and you rather be called the N-word. Then it was weird. It was so weird. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. Like, I can get the whole, like, if you're a kid and that's all you hear around you and in the music and whatnot, and you're raised around that, I can see why when you grow up, you just use the word. But as you become an adult, it has to start falling away at some point, right? That was a full-grown adult, and he'd rather be called that than, it was weird. It was so weird. I'm Sicilian, my father's side. We had among us the mafia. Those were bad guys, but would not justify stereotypes about us. Some people would. I'm not saying all people, but you mentioned that we had the mafia in my town too. Cause my, I guess it would be my great uncle. He ran with the mafia in our city, but he was, that was different. That wasn't, they weren't Italian or anything. It was actually like an Irish mob. And then my uncle was like Jewish. Those stereotypes you're talking about, certain people would put that on y'all, which is weird. They'd be like, all Italians are like this. Or have you heard the stereotypes where they be like, they only eat pasta and they got big noses? I done heard some crazy, stupid stuff. If I get the chance, check out Nadine Sierra. I'll look into it, Jorge. So my grandmother pointed out that grown-ups say stupid things. That's facts. And good people don't act like that. So yes, that is facts. He's generalizing. So Jesse, he always generalizes, but he'd be trying to catch people in gotcha moments. Especially if they done said some gotcha type things. But that's why I said you have That's why I say it's in all races. You have a bad group of apples in all races, where it's like you have idiots put that on the whole race, right? So, what's the thing going on Twitter now, where they keep showing the videos of like black people fighting white people? And these aren't even new videos. These are like old videos from throughout the years, but they're trying to paint that race narrative, right? Where they're just like, see, they're animals, all they do is fight, blah, blah, blah. But these are like old videos spread out over like the span of like a decade. So you can do that for anybody at that point. I could pull up a bunch of videos of like white people fighting different races, and it's like, it's not happening today. They're trying to paint the picture like this is happening today and black people are just trying to kill white people. That's like trying to be the narrative that's being painted, right? So they're trying to paint them like as animals, and it's like, no, we're not animals, and these are just a bad bunch of people from like over 1 or 2 decades. It's weird. It's weird. So like, it's just what people do, which is crazy. Why don't people stigmatize bad behavior instead of racist? I'm glad I was forced to go to catechism because that's what I learned. That's what it should be. I think we talked about it on here before, where I was like, I forgot what live stream it was, but I was like, we all should start looking at each other as like one, right? Here in America, I can only speak in America. I don't know what the other countries be doing, but we need to start looking at each other as just like one race of just Americans, instead of like, I'm black American, you're white American, Chinese, whatever, right? If we all start seeing each other as one, and like you said, if something bad happens, be like, hey, that person just did a bad thing, not, oh, that's because that whole race is crazy and blah, blah, blah. That's what it should be. Is it going to be that? I doubt it. Because they're really trying to paint the narrative of, what is it, white men are at like the bottom of the totem pole right now. They call you guys like, they like cis white men is at the bottom. They trying to make it seem like y'all just straight evil and do all the evilest things in the world. It's like, what? Where is this coming from? But that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. I've heard that word, been called that word. I don't remember ever using it. Grandma's teaching. So Grandma did a good job then, KF. She did. Is she a race baiter? I don't know. This is like a highlight clip from like a full interview. So I have no idea. Is it normal for me to like white people? Yeah. You should like everybody. Honestly, nothing should be race-based. Like, at all. Period. Like you should like everybody. I like Jesse. Yes, one dork messes it up for all life. Yeah. We did that in the 90s, pre-Y2K, world getting along pretty good. Yes. And you know what's crazy? There was a study done during that time period where race wasn't really talked about. Not only is that shown on TV, there's a literal study from that time period. Because that's when I was a kid. I don't remember all this racial nonsense. This got boosted up during, This didn't start till like, 2012 or 2015? And then it started ramping up even more during the whole George Floyd thing, Black Lives Matter and all that. I know why. We talked about it before on my channel. That memo from Planned Parenthood, remember on that memo? It had all the boxes where it said it was going to get rid of the nuclear family, pit the races against each other, make homosexuality okay. All of it. All of it. Yeah, after 9/11. But it didn't really ramp up until, it really wasn't until like 2012 or 2015. Because one of those years is when Black Lives Matter really started popping off. Because remember, that's when we started getting all the videos where it's like, look at these racist cops killing black people. Remember that? It started, the little boy here in Cleveland got shot, Trayvon Martin, everything. They were making it seem like police were just out to get black men. Remember that? And it just kept ramping up and going harder and harder until we got to the point we're at now. When the statistics will tell you the complete opposite. When they tell you that if the police do shoot, they actually shoot more white people than black people. But they try to manipulate the numbers because they're like, oh, well, there's only a 13% population is black. So, you know, when the police shoot these many black people, they're really annihilating all of us. And it's like, no, they're not. All right? Like, more white people are getting shot per year. That's like a number. We're looking at numbers, and they're trying to be like, but the percentages. No, look at the freaking numbers. Did you know that Nelly is a country? Yeah. When he had the double album, he had like a country song on there. He had a few country songs that he did. You saw him perform at the Country Music Festival? Yeah. That had to be dope. Yeah, 9/11, Clinton, 08, Obama's first year. Yep, K-Elf is running through it. K-Elf is like, oh, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Do you remember? Or like from South Park, the member berries. I remember.
There's a few different things in there that just don't resonate with me and how I feel, but ultimately,
like what, for example?
That's not what like my book is about. So I'm not going to offer any sort of expertise or opinion on that. I think that's how you feel.
Stagecoach, that was the music fest.
Again, I've lived through grief. I've lived through trauma. I've had issues with addiction. I've lived through a number of things.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that, but let me ask
really
this.
About that.
Let me ask this one other thing you said. You said that you mentioned black and brown. Are you referring to the Mexicans?
I am referring to people who have brown skin, who don't identify as black, which is a very wide range of people.
Did you know that Mexicans don't like blacks? They don't want to be around them either.
Really? Where does it say that?
Everywhere. I interviewed them over in South Central Los Angeles. There's a battle going on between the blacks and the Mexicans because the Mexicans say that the blacks are too violent. They complain, they mess up.
Not all, bro. He's generalizing again. He's generalizing super hard. There are some that don't like black people, but it's not all. It's like, and even then, that goes down to like a whole neighborhood thing. That's a whole different thing. Jesse is generalizing. Lived it, felt it, owned it. I know, you putting down every year, KO. Yeah, John said, fair-minded people can see through narratives intended to demonize blacks, whites, Asian Jews, or anyone as a group. Facts. Facts. But, like you said, the key word is fair-minded. Most people are not that. Most people are not that at all. Whatever narrative people already have in their head, it don't matter what you tell them, they're running with it. I've dealt with that a lot. It's funny. And I'm not the only one either. I was watching a Ruslan video recently, and they were talking about, I forgot the woman's name, but she was talking about when Christianity actually started in Africa and stuff. And a lot of black people just couldn't accept that, right? And I wasn't shocked. I've actually dealt with that in like my own personal life when I would tell that same thing to black people. They would get so angry. They'd be like, no. That we got Christianity from the white man. That's the white man's religion, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, actually, Christianity hit Africa in this time period. So it's been there well before like it was colonized by like white people. So it's always been there with us, right? Black people can't stand to hear that because it doesn't fit the narrative in their mind that it was pushed on us in slavery. And it's like, well, it wasn't. We already had it. we already had that. And I noticed a lot of people in that comment section was saying the same thing. They're like, you know, when I tell black people this, they get extremely upset. Because it just is what it is, you know? Like I was telling you guys about the videos on Twitter where it's just showing black people beating up white people. That narrative is already painted in a lot of people's minds. So when they sit there and they're like, see, they're savages. All they do is destruction and blah, blah, blah. And you could sit there and be like, hey, these aren't new videos. This is over like a time span of like years. You know, these aren't new. These are just like cherry-picked instances to just fuel you because you're emotional right now. No, it's not. They're all savages. It's like, all right, whatever you say. I get it. It don't fit the narrative of your mind of blacks being savage. Okay, all right, whatever you say. Ryan Webb is now a woman of color. Hey, I saw that too. It's like, Ryan, you gonna be that beautiful black queen you were meant to be. Yo, the liberals are so mad about it. They're so mad. It's crazy. And it doesn't make any sense because they're just like, if I want to be transracial or transgender, you need to like respect my pronouns and whatever I want to be. And Ryan Webb was like, all right, I'm this now. You need to respect it. And they're like, I'm not respecting that. This is a game to you. You don't really believe these things. It's like, why is it a game when he does it? It's not a game when y'all do it. No, respect that man as a beautiful black woman. It's so funny. Hold on, we're gonna get off this for a second. Now I gotta bring it up. Oh, it's so funny. I already know there has to be. No, I need a good video. All right. I need somebody I know. Here it is. We gonna watch Greg. Greg. Stagecoaches perform for the same place as Coachella. I don't know how I feel about that. Coachella evil. Depends what you believe, though. Depends what you believe. Saying homework Nubian archers incredible things. All right, Kale. I'll look into it. Yeah, Tech Boy, yeah.
Got taken down for community guidelines violations. So I'm going to be very nice about this. This man right here, this one right here, has decided to come out as a LGBTQ BIPOC member, and he is being very disrespectful about the way that he is approaching this.
Ah, yes, John. This is what was said. This is what was said. Saint Mark is the first bishop of Alexandria sent by Saint Peter according to church tradition. Christianity in Africa began in the 1st century. Thank you. Yes, sir. I have told this before to black people. Others in that comment section said they have said the same thing. And I swear on everything. You tell a black person this 9.999999999 times out of 10. All right? They will look you in your face and be like, that's not true. We got Christianity from the white man. They forced it on our ancestors during slavery. And it's like, no, that's false. Christianity's been there. It's been in Africa. Just like a lot of tribes, they still practice Judaism, but a lot of them don't even call it Judaism. They don't even realize they're practicing the same things that the Jews practice. Because all that came there around the same period. Well, that stuff came first. But then they'd be like, no, our ancestors, we worshipped multiple gods, and they worshipped the earth and the animals and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want to believe, but I'm telling you, Christianity has been in Africa forever. They get so mad. I'm telling you, say that fact to any black person, they gonna argue you down. You can Google this fact that's on the screen right now. You can Google it. You can show it to them. They are not gonna care. This is, funnily enough, before I became Christian, when I took the 2 years to study to determine if I was gonna practice Christianity or Judaism based on how I was raised, I learned that during that period of time. Those 2 months before I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and be Christian. I learned that during that time period. Because my whole life I was fed that same lie. Oh, we got it during slavery. I looked into the whole history of that before I ever read the Bible. So, like, they don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I was already off. It was already off. Look at Jorge. I'm definitely not going to Coachella, but I'm down for the honky tonk at Stagecoach. Ooh. It'd be so funny. Every time I say honky tonk, or when you do the line dances, you call it boot scooting. People laugh when I say that. They be like, ooh, about to hit that little boot scoot. They be like, what did you say? It's like the line dance. Gotta hit the line dance.
Look at this right here. Right here. Here, pause this and read this.
Hey, we're gonna pause it and read it together. After much consideration, I have decided to come out and finally feel comfortable announcing my true authentic self. It is with great relief that I announce to everyone that I identify as a woman, and not just any woman, but as a woman of color as well. I guess this will make me gay/lesbian as well, since I am attracted to women. Phew, that felt good to finally get that out there and start living life as my true self. I'm excited to bring some diversity to the county council. Until today, we didn't have any females of color or alphabet on the council. I'm glad that now we do. To avoid confusion, everyone can continue to address me as Ryan or as Councilman Webb. I will also retain my preferred pronouns of he, him. However, this will in no way diminish my true identity of being a woman of color. This has to be the biggest one. It's like, if you guys are going to be stupid, here you go. I'll be stupid with you. And they're just like, nah, we're not accepting this. It's like, no, you got to accept this. You have to accept this. You have to. Boot, scoot, and bougie Brooks and Dunn. Kale said, but to a man, the line dance is beer and Longley. Hey, whatever works, whatever gets you out there and do it. Christianity existed at least in Roman Africa, so Saint Cyprian Augustine. Will we be told, yeah, but that was white Africa? Probably. Yeah, you will. I'm pretty sure you will. You know the whole Netflix thing going on? So you know how like Egypt is suing Netflix because they're like, hey, Cleopatra wasn't black? You know how many black people are mad about that right now? Where they're just like, y'all just mad because y'all whitewashing history and blah, blah, blah. But if you look up the actual history, like, at best, if you want to say the Potawatomi, I always pronounce it wrong. But if you want to say that army was there and then, like, whoever slept with whoever to get Cleopatra, at best she would be mixed. If you want to say, like, her daddy slept with, like, one of the black Egyptians or something. But as we know it, because they were in charge at that point, it would have been two white people had Cleopatra. Cleopatra would have been white. But you tell that to a black person, they'll get mad and argue you down and be like, you don't know your history, it's been whitewashed and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, that's the history though. Like, you just got to take that. It's okay. Like, it's all right. It's okay, John. It's just gonna happen. They gonna call it white Africa. They gonna call it something. Jorge just on one right now. My man just song lyrics. He had movie lines. Catitude helping me text at the moment. She heard you through the Hey, Cat helped me. Hey.
I know just as well as you do, this man does not believe a word of what he is saying in this.
How do you know that?
Trying to do.
How do you know he don't believe he a black woman? How do you know? How you gonna tell him what he believes he is? You supposed to affirm his identity. Ain't that what you tell us to do?
To make it so that he has an argument for why he should be able to do the things that other people are doing and no one should have a problem with it. This is exactly the point. This is the point. This is white supremacy culture at its finest.
You're a white lizard now?
Like this.
All right, Tech Boy. From now on, you guys see, we have to affirm Tech Boy as a white lizard. I'll respect your new identity, Tech Boy.
Community guidelines.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about this absolutely based GOP council man.
This a council member in Muncie. Muncie is like tiny. I was in that city like I can't say this time anymore because we're in May. Of March of last year, I was in Indiana. Muncie is so tiny. This is hilarious that this is where he's doing this at.
Or woman, right?
Or Muncie, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Out of Delaware County. I think it's like Muncie, Indiana. Okay, this person is...
Here you guys. Look, Jorge said today he's a guitar amp. We have to affirm that. Jorge, I will respect you as a guitar amp. You are the best guitar amp out there, bro.
Identifying now as a woman, okay? Now, in 2023, this would be uncontroversial, right? You would think that this would be something that people...
Okay, I'm going to show you a little fur baby real quick. They're so adorable. Look at the little fur baby. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. They're so adorable. Mauling in progress. Oh, there's a video. Oh, look at the video. Aw. Look at them, they're like, gimme. This is mine. I love cats. In case you guys haven't figured that out, I love the little fur babies.
People are, you know,
so
not
adorable.
upset about that it is a normal thing now. People come out all the time as trans, whatever, right? However, the woke activists are upset, okay? They're pissed because this guy is a Republican.
Yeah. My cat, it's the arm for whatever reason. Now, you know how cats do like little glove bites, so it's not like it hurts or anything. It's just annoying. Because I remember when we got him, the old lady that raised him, what's it called? Like the little adoption homes they be raised in. She would always tell him, because he would always go for her arm, and she'd be like, hey, no bite. No bite. And she'd say that, and he'd go in and he'd stop, and then he'd just look at her. She did a great job. She was Christian too. It was meant for me to have this cat. Did not know that until like we were getting ready to go home, and she was like, oh, this is gonna be the last time we pray together. And she was like, here, let's pray one last time. And she crossed his paws like this, and then he put his head down, and I was like, and she prayed with him. And as soon as she said, amen, he lifted his little head up, and she uncrossed his paws. And I was like, this is going to be perfect. I was like, he could do Bible study with me every morning. And he did. He would sit there while I would do Bible study. And it was perfect. It was meant for me to have that cat. It just, everything worked out so perfectly. Look at Jorge. I'm the reason why them metal riffs are straight fire, and the reason that gets you to yell, yeah! Y'all hear that as soon as I yelled out the yeehaw? Now it's just cats. Now it's just a cat screaming. But when you're trying to hold your phone and it's mauling me, texting becomes a challenge. Yeah, I believe you. You heard me yell yeehaw? Yeah? Go ahead and say yeehaw! Your mom's glad to see you back. Oh, thank you. Hi. I'm glad to see y'all back here as well. I did miss y'all last week. I know I said that yesterday, but I'm glad to see y'all back. She said congratulations. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. Oh, because Jorge, you weren't here yesterday. So, the actual, because it was a courthouse wedding, because everything, y'all already know the story. The angel beat the boyfriend to like, hey, marry that girl. And he was like, we got to do it now. We got like right now. So it was a courthouse wedding, but I'm still going to have like an actual ceremony for friends and family. But that's going to be at that chapel, the Pretty Place Chapel in South Carolina. So we have to go. We're going to try to go before fall hits. We're going to go in person to talk to them to see how all that works. You know what I'm saying? And I also have to make sure it's like wheelchair accessible, because my husband's mom, she is in a wheelchair. So it's not like she's bound to it. She could walk a little bit, but it's like getting to the steps to kind of like at least to sit in the top pew. We got to make sure she can actually get that far, because if not, we have to change venues. So saying is happily married. Yes, sir. Yes, I am. I'm very happy. Very happy. In the words of everybody that done found out, it's about time. Yeah, I know, but I'm not the guy. Like, I can't get on the knee and propose. That'd be weird. I know women do it. That's weird. I'm not about to do that. That's, ugh. Bashing when, look, KO, I didn't bash anybody. I ain't do that. You said I can't wait to start seeing those babies. Michelle, I love babies. All right, y'all, we gotta have this conversation. I'm not gonna tell y'all the whole story because every time I tell this story to people, they be like, when I go into the details of it. But due to an accident I had when I was about 6 years old, right? I can't have kids. So y'all probably like, an accident at 6? What happened when you were 6? Without getting into all the details, and we just gonna get to the nitty gritty of it, a metal pole ripped through my body. And I'll let you guess how it ripped through me. And yeah, a lot of stuff got destroyed inside of me, and I had to get some surgery. And that ain't happening. It's not happening. It would literally have to be a miracle from God. He would have to be like, oh, this is going to happen. And he would have to magically put some stuff back together just for this to happen. I'll be blessed. I appreciate you, Jorge. I appreciate you. We going to see what happens. I know God works miracles. We'll see what happens. But hey, even if it never does, adoption is always an option. Them kids need homes too, so we gonna see what happens.
And they don't believe him. They say that he's actually making a mockery of trans people. Right now, this is what he looks like. Okay?
Love you, say I love you too,
This is his
Kale.
announcement post. We're gonna read it here, but first I want to.
I'm happy for you saying thank you, John, and also about the Aaron Rodgers trade because I'm from New York. Hey, I saw that. Because I'm a Green Bay fan, but I also like Aaron Rodgers. So I'm happy because as soon as I saw the trade happen, I was like, yep, he following Favre's footsteps. I had to make that little joke. But I hope he does good for y'all, man. I really hope he does good for y'all. You said I'm going to pray so much that you're going to tell me to stop praying. Hey, pray as much as you want. Because if we end up having a little saying, that'd be cool. Y'all to get the reveal on a stream one day. I just pop up on a stream and be like, hey guys, I know I've been ghost for 9 months, but here you go. I don't think I would be ghost that long, but yeah. Why are you yelling at me now? Could we talk about the baby? He like, don't be talking about no babies. I'm the baby. Don't you be, he's like, I don't know who you talking to. I'm baby. Adopting old. Hey, we only adopt babies over here, KF. You too old. You old enough to be our parents. You adopt us. You can't wait to see the look at Jorge hating.
Play a
you a
news
hater,
clip
bro.
of what's going on here so you guys get a better understanding of what's happening. And then we're gonna read this and we're gonna get into the meltdown from the left that they're having over this GOP council man or woman, right, deciding to, you know, speak his truth and come out as a so-called transgender woman of color. Take a look.
A councilman is coming out as a transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash, many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to ITMate, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell ITMate this is just his true, authentic self.
Yeah, so let's read this guy's statement. I mean, woman's statement. And then we're gonna get into the leftist meltdown here, okay? Ryan Webb, for immediate release. After much attention, I have decided to come out and finally feel comfortable announcing my true, authentic self. It is with great relief that I announce to everyone that I identify as a woman, and not just any woman, but as a woman of color as well. I guess this would make me gay / lesbian as well, since I am attracted to women. Woo, that felt good to finally get that out there and start living life as my true self. I'm excited to bring some diversity to the county council. Until today, we didn't have any females of color or LGBTQIAPC++ on the council. I'm glad that now we do. To avoid confusion, everyone can continue to address me as Ryan or as Councilman Webb. I will also retain my preferred pronouns of he/him. However, this will in no way diminish my true identity as a woman of color. I'm excited to be a vocal partner of the LGBTQIA.
What do you think about the bedazzled Patriots helmet I took a picture of? I only saw the trophies. I don't think I saw the helmet. Let me look real quick. Cause I could have sworn I only saw the actual trophy. Bro, stop fighting me. Dang. You always fighting somebody. Oh, I did see this picture. Yeah. It's dope. It's dope. You said the Jets hadn't won since '69. I kept following their scores for 50 years because they were a residual part of my childhood. Yikes, they sound like the Browns. Woo. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I hope Rodgers gets you one. Oh, you sent it to me like right after I found it, Jorge. Yeah, I saw that when we were at the bowling alley when you were putting the pictures up. Cause that was, I think that was Friday, wasn't it? It was like Thursday or Friday when you put the pictures up. Cause we was at the bowling alley that day.
PC plus movement. Who knows just how far we can take things, but I'm glad that this is now possible, so anyone can be anything or anyone they want. God bless America. Yeah. So this person also says it has come to their attention that they're the very first lesbian woman of color in the history of Delaware County to serve on the Delaware County Council. Yeah, he's shattering, or she, right, is shattering the glass ceiling. Girl power, right? So, again, obviously this is hilarious, okay? And because of that, LGBTQ activists are melting down, okay? They're having a fit, right? In fact, some of them actually created this this right here, right? This picture of him as a woman, as a trans woman. In protest, okay? And he posted it. He's embracing it. He's going all in. So without further ado, let's actually play some of the clips of the woke activists getting upset about this. Take a look.
Ms. Webb is mocking.
Bro, just be wanting to fight me on everything.
Absolutely mocking the transgender and LGBTQ communities. Webb has been extremely bigoted. Just everything he's had to say about the transgender communities and the LGBTQ community and allies and the progressives all the way through. He's just been very bigoted.
Tell him how his mockery of the transgender community is doing nothing to help the transgender community or the LGBTQ community as a whole. I have even commented on a couple posts of Ryan Webb's asking him, as now a woman, does he support the woman's right to choose, and is he going to be supportive in standing with women when it comes to women's rights? And as far as the LGBTQ community, is he going to stand with the community when it comes to marriage rights and access to health care? And what he feels about the trans youth bills that are sweeping across the nation, including one in our state. As of yet, I still have no response.
Well, hey there, y'all. So in today's You're Not Fooling Anyone news, y'all, this copperhead snake pretending to be a water hose is Ryan Webb. He is a councilman for the Delaware Council in Indiana. About a week ago, this asshat went on his Facebook page and decided to announce that he is now identifying as a black lesbian. With good reason, the community was outraged. In addition to his blatantly racist and bigoted post, he also used a series of emojis that let everyone know that he was not in the least serious. One of his constituents is a trans woman named Charlize Jameson. She told the local newspaper, in an effort to make fun of transgender, non-binary individuals, Ryan Webb came out on social media as a lesbian woman of color. Since his initial post, he has doubled down repeatedly on his status. He has a history of making transphobic comments, so it was very easy to see through his bigotry.
No, you have to affirm whatever he is now. That's how it works. That's what we're supposed to do. What makes women so special? They get Me Too and get to whine and commit murder. That's because of feminism, tech boy. It's because of feminism. We're allowed to do whatever we want now.
Last night, the Delaware County Council had to sit and listen to scores of their constituents complaining about his lack of civility. One person said that they hated having to take time out of my day today to try to teach a grown man how to behave appropriately. Yesterday morning before the meeting, he also posted a photo of himself with a pistol tucked in his pants belt saying, "Ready for an awesome day. Hope everyone has a great day."
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
He is refusing all calls to resign. Delaware County deserves better.
Do y'all see the problem? Ryan Webb is a clown. I don't know if this man took a DNA test or what, but I mean, come on. How is this dude gonna say that he identifies as a woman of color?
Because he's allowed to do that nowadays. That's why.
And yet also use the pronouns he, him.
I thought we were allowed to use whatever pronouns we wanted to. Isn't that how that works? I mean, I could tell you right now, if I sat here right now and be like, yeah, I'm a woman and I still want you to call me Sang, but my pronouns are he, him. What y'all gonna say? Like, y'all gonna be like, huh? What? That's... I'd be like, I'm a white woman now.
Make it make sense. I've never met a woman who goes by he, him. Just never seen.
That's crazy. Never met a woman that goes by he, him. Are you sure about that? Don't like trans men do that? Aren't they women now going by the pronouns he, him? Isn't that what they literally do?
I don't know if Ryan Webb is just looking for attention or what, but I mean, hopefully he gets what he wants out of this. I don't want to come across as being rude. If Ryan Webb had come out and said that he wanted to identify as a woman, okay, I'm not gonna argue with that. Identifying as a woman of color? That's not how this works.
That's where you draw the line? Really? Hey, if he wants to be a woman, good for you, ma'am. But how dare you want to be a woman of color? I'm sorry, don't y'all know transracial is a thing? Y'all made all this nonsense up. Just like trans-abled, the people that are purposely disabling themselves because they feel they should be a disabled person. Y'all made all this nonsense up. You can't tell him what he can and can't identify as.
I don't believe he or his family deserve death threats. I'm also not entirely sure he's actually even getting any. I'm pretty sure he's lying about that. But in the end...
No, y'all are crazy. It's probably happening.
This is one of the stranger articles I have seen over the past...
Right? Like, you could change sex, but not race? No. We know you could change race. Because transracial is a thing. He hit you with both, and now you guys are just upset with it. You wanted him to choose one. He chose two. He needs to just keep adding more to this. That'd be hilarious.
Last few months.
All right, guys. So you seen that? You heard that? Looks like a whole lot of hate and bigotry to me. Okay, and it's not coming from Ryan Webb, who is simply living his/her truth as a lesbian woman of color. I actually think that Miss Webb was racialized. I'm not sure exactly how you say that, but I think Ryan Webb laid out that his grandmother, great-grandmother, actually was Native American. So I think that she is identifying as a Native American woman, not a lesbian black woman, a lesbian Native American woman. Again, you can't be...
Greg, I'm gonna need you to get it together. You're using she pronouns, and he clearly stated his pronouns are he, him. He's just a lesbian woman of color now, but the pronouns are still he, him.
Misracializing people like that is harmful, right? That is harmful and dangerous, okay? Now, regardless of whether or not this person is actually sincere in their transformation, which, I mean, again, who am I to judge, right? I don't know if they're sincere or not. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, okay? The fact that these people are issuing death threats against this person really goes to show, like, again, how the so-called tolerant left isn't so tolerant. Because even if this person is making a mockery, okay, of, you know, trans people or whatever, which, again, I don't know, right? We were told that we're not supposed to judge, right? We're not supposed to say who is truly trans and who's not, because we can't judge based off their physical features, right? This is what we've been told. So I don't know, okay? I'm just going along what they told us. Regardless of that, does that warrant death threats, right? I don't think that warrants death threats because this person is hurting people's feelings because he decides that, hey, I want to come out as trans or whatever, right? I mean, again, we were told we're supposed to respect this stuff. We're supposed to respect it. So, again, I think that most of the bigotry here is coming from the so-called activists who are apparently issuing death threats against this person for living their truth, for coming out and saying that, hey, you know, this is who I am, right? And you have to accept it. This is my identity, okay? Not only am I transgender, but I'm also transracial as well, too. Right? Apparently. I don't know. But in all seriousness, it's just hilarious how when the pendulum swings the other way, when you hold up a mirror, right, to the leftist movement to show them this is the logical extreme of what you guys advocate for, right? When you tell us that anybody who says that they are the opposite sex or the opposite gender, you have to accept it. This is what you're signing up for, right? You're signing up for a whole lot of things that you're probably not going to agree with when it's turned back around on you, like in this situation right here, right? Ain't it funny how that works, right? When anybody else comes out and says, hey, this is who I am, we are forced to accept it, right? And if you don't accept it, you're a bigot, you're hateful, you're transphobic. But when this guy comes out and says, hey, I'm declaring myself to be a so-called woman of color, all of a sudden, these people now remember biology, right? They now grasp and understand basic biology. It's absolutely hilarious how that works. And they do this every single time, you know, something doesn't fit the narrative, right?
Yep, because it don't fit their narrative. How dare this guy who hated us this whole time is now on our side. Like, does it fit anything? Jorge said, here's my idea. Attend early mass, have a massive pregame meal, and enjoy some great football. Sounds like a good plan for when the season starts. Aw, I love to hang out with all of you instead of just typing. Hey. You never know, Jorge. It'll happen one day. God will bless all of us to be in the same spot at the same time at some point. Not at our deaths when we in heaven, but before then. He'll bless us at some point. You'll start a hashtag movement to get this thing started. Hey. If you can do it, do what you gotta do, Jorge. If you can actually get that rocking and going, I'm with it. It's getting late. I'm actually getting sleepy. I did like 2 yawns while he was talking. Actually did more than that, but It's getting all. Let's see who live real quick. Ooh, Kyle is live. Or nope, did they just end? Oh, it did end. Why did it tell me Kyle was live then? Oh, it ended 20 minutes ago, so that's when I had the video going. Dang, I just missed it. We just missed Kyle. Let's see real quick. What is my friend doing? What are they playing? He's still playing Dead by Daylight. Hold on. We're not gonna full on watch this because I know how you guys feel about Dead by Daylight. We're gonna pop it for 1 second because I'm like, hey, my stream is like, here, I said, hey, my stream is watching you right now. You better win.
Dang, the stream was goody. Was just trying to do the impossible, nothing crazy.
I said you better win. How many? Oh, they actually have a gate open.
We literally just doing shit.
They actually have a gate open, so all they gotta do is run through the gate, and they win. They win. And then I'll cut
Please
this off.
take the goddamn hit, please.
Okay, my friend also curses, so we're gonna turn this down a little bit. Because I know we try not to curse over here. It's like Stevie's channel too.
Let's go.
I'm confused. The killer's not trying to kill y'all? It's interesting.
Oh my god.
There's a gate open. Go to the gate. Go to the gate to live.
What the fuck is my help? Oh my god.
Go to the...
Take the hit. Oh no, I see what she's trying to do. I see what she's trying to do. Pick it up. Go ahead, pick me up.
Okay, well... He's not making it out. This is over. Okay, well, we're ending it. He did not win on stream. He just died. Yeah, he just died. One person got out, and well. All right. Caleb said it's bedtime. Yes, it is, sir. See y'all on the next go around. Love and respect to all. Good night. Yes, sir. It's time to get up out of here. So, as usual, I appreciate all y'all that stopped through to the stream. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening, a blessed night, a blessed Wednesday. If you have church service or Bible study, I hope it's wonderful for y'all. I do have Christian Game Room tomorrow, so we're gonna do Fortnite. And obviously, I do like the little videos and talks in between matches. I have a new graphics card. When my camera kept stopping to freezing and glitching, it was weird. Remember, if y'all can remember the last time I was here, I have a whole new graphics card. That should not be happening anymore. Okay? We tested it out. It shouldn't be happening, but I will see you guys tomorrow if you are available. Hope you'll have a wonderful, blessed day, man. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. Jeekins, huh? Tech, well, I don't know what you wrote, but good night, bro. Good night, bro. It said Jeekins 17807. I don't know what none of that means, but all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trunks, I know I kicked you out, but come back and go ahead and play my outro.